something like that.
About time.
Sorry,
Jeez.
we're on a hype train. We're on a hype train. I know your community's not as hype.
Buddy's
when
just
you
over
go
there just
live
yapping
as
away
mine.
for his intro.
Yeah, well, they're pretty excited. Here, you can join our hype train. You can join our hype train. I'll share the chat. And now, now we both have a hype train.
Ah, there we go.
Isn't that cool?
Man, just sitting here waiting.
Sorry about that. Chat, welcome back to Fenceline Feud. This is episode, I don't know, 10-ish?
I don't even know at this point.
I genuinely have no idea.
I really hope for our editor's sake that all the episodes are there.
Yeah, me too. Oh my God, dude.
Goodness.
What the heck? Raven, thank you for the 60 gifted. Putting our hype train at, well, we'll see in a second. Oh my God, it just completed level 10. No freaking way. Raven, thank you for the 60 gifted subs and absolutely sending our hype train today. Look at all the people that got subs. No way. Crazy Charlotte Claire got one. No way. That's awesome. Enjoy all the subs. Raven, thank you for gifting so many subs to the community. That is amazing. That is awesome. We're at a level 11, 28% shared hype train. That's nuts. Mikey, thank you for that follow as well. Yeah, I also hope that for our lovely editor's sake that one of us wins soon, because I can only imagine.
He's going to have a lot of footage to go through.
I think he's already got more than the last one, doesn't he? I think we're a little bit further now.
Maybe.
Something like that. Anyways, chat, welcome back. If you're unfamiliar with this series, because I know we have a lot of people over the last couple of weeks for a handful of different reasons, actually. This is a series with the Austin Farmer. If you're not familiar with Austin Farmer, that's because he is a very underground kind of indie YouTuber with just a few subs, so he's just starting out. Only a couple people have heard of him, so you may not have heard of him yet. I'm just kidding. Austin is one of the biggest YouTubers when it comes to farm sim and make some great content. Please go give him a follow on YouTube as well. We have this weekly series where we race to $1 million. So Austin and I have two different farms. We started on the plots that we're standing on right now. So we started with a house and just a little backyard garden here. The goal is to beat the other person to $1 million. And neither of us are even close. What's that?
I'm beating Sparx currently. So,
I got more money technically, but both of us are under 100K. So I think Farming Sim is actually the one winning. Tell Austin to reply to you. Don't forget, Raven messaged you, Austin, about your server. So
I've been busy. I've been busy.
No, that's okay. He hasn't even been in the country. We haven't even been able to do this stream. And then I've been on a little bit of a vacation here this week. So if you had
part-timer on vacation,
actually, I know. So if you had reached out to either of us in any way over the last probably week or so, you probably haven't heard a response. Apologies. I'm kind of back. I've got a stream today, stream tomorrow, no stream Saturday, and then I'm back as of Sunday. Austin, are you back to normal now?
I will be back to normal until end of September.
Okay.
But by then we'll be finished this series and probably on to the next one.
That'll be pretty good. I'm pretty excited about that. Yeah, I think we'll be finished this series within that time. Anyways, chat, if you have any questions about the series, please let us know. The whole series is currently posted in the VODs channel on YouTube, but you will also be able to find a proper video posted by Austin by the end of this series, probably shortly after the series wraps up. If you're looking for the rules, again, they are on YouTube in the videos, or you could go command farm rules in either my chat or Austin's chat, because this is kind of a hardcore playthrough with a lot of extra rules in it, just to make it a little bit harder, because one of us is a farm sim expert and the other one is Austin Farmer. So we had to add some extra.
That's pretty accurate, not gonna lie.
We had to add some extra rules in to make it a little more challenging. Oh, command farm rules with no space. I'm so sorry about that. Yeah, there you go. There you go. All right, Austin, anything before we split up and beg our chats to remind us what the heck we were doing, because I don't remember my strategy.
I don't even remember. I don't even remember, man. As of next stream, we are banning.
We may have to ban hand tools. We may have to ban hand tools. We had a little
banned.
bit of a bug issue with hand tools last week, chat. We have sort of resolved it. I'll walk you through how we're fixing that over the next hour or so. And but we may have to move on from hand tools pretty quick here, to be honest, just because we're pretty sure that's where the bug is coming from.
You know what we didn't talk about?
What's that?
Oh, you probably talked about it for your stream. For the Edison truck thing.
Oh my God, the Edison oh yeah, we haven't had a stream since then. Chat, I just have to thank you before we talk about that. Thank you for the insane hype train that we were just on. We were on a level, I think 11 or something like that. Thank you for all of the gifted subs and the bits from all of you. Big J, thank you for the 100 bits. I saw a bunch of subs in there, bunch of bits, and of course Raven for the 60 gifted all in one shot. I saw a few people saying that's the most amount of subs I've ever seen in one shot, and yeah, that's up there, dude. That's crazy. Austin and Farmer and I actually just got back from Edison Motors. Well, I guess this was like 2 weeks ago now, but we got back from Edison Motors where we test drove their BDE, which is the diesel truck that they are making, an all Canadian custom made diesel truck. It looks like a freaking tank, dude. It is so sick. You can go see it on the Edison Motors page, and then Austin and I will probably have videos coming up. What we're doing is we're test driving the BDE, which we did. Then we're going to set up.
Grinding the gears.
Grinding gears like crazy. If you see a video of them replacing the transmission, we don't know anything about that for legal purposes.
That's a coincidence. Strictly coincidence.
Strictly coincidence. We're going to set up the BDE in American Truck Sim for the two of us, and we're going to practice, and then we're going to go back out to Edison Motors, and we're going to give it another shot to see if the simulator actually makes us better truckers. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Austin, we'll have to get you set up back at your place for your simulator, I think.
I know.
Okay, what else do we need to talk to chat about?
Was there anything else? I'm trying to remember. There was something else.
If you remember halfway through stream, let me know.
Yeah, it'll come back to me and I'll be like,
Sparx, let me know.
Sparx, I remember.
What?
No, that's what I was gonna say.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought just all of a sudden you had an epiphany and you had remembered what was going on. I was like, wow, mid-sentence too. That's crazy.
Oh, dang. I think Raven's got us beat. He's working 70 hours a week. Ooh,
that's pretty good. Usually I work around 70, but this week I'm like less than full time.
Sparx over there just filming Doritos ads.
That took me 30 minutes. I can't even say that's the biggest one. That didn't do it. That wasn't anything. That was easy work. Light work, no reaction. All right, chat. Well, if you have any questions for us, we're going to unshare chat so you can talk to us individually. We may genuinely need your help remembering our strategy here. So please, if you remember what the heck we were doing last stream, has been 3 weeks now, and I cannot remember what we were working on, what we were trying to say.
Well, you may not be able to remember, but I do.
Oh, you got to figure it out?
My strategy is to beat you to $1 million, which is, that's been my strategy from the start. So I don't know what kind of convoluted strategy you got over there, but my strategy is to win.
My strategy is to make $1 million just a little bit faster than that. Actually, I just remembered my strategy.
You could try. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah, that's exactly. It's going to happen. That's what I'm going to do.
Really not.
Yeah, and also I think my character's taller than you, so that's a shame for you, I guess. Anyways, see you later. Chat, I'm just with the chats here. Guys, I haven't streamed in a little bit. I've been off for about 3 days. Thank you to all of you who came and joined us on Sunday.
Sparx, the time scale.
We're gonna leave it at 0.5, and we're just gonna finish everything in September before we continue on to the next month. Usually the time scale is 10 times. We're leaving it at 0.5 because of the bug that we had. What we're gonna do is make sure both of us are 100% caught up in September, and then we're gonna go back to regular time. The reason we're doing that is a bug on Austin's side would have put him behind if we continued on the same time scale. So we're gonna make sure everybody's done all of their work in September, and then we'll be back to normal, so nobody has fallen behind.
Yeah, if
that makes sense. All good.
And Raven just gave me 10 gifted. Oh my goodness, Raven!
Oh my god, freaking Raven! Look at this guy. That is crazy. Okay. Anything else? All good.
Back to work.
Okay. Yep. Good luck. Anyways, thank you to all of you who joined us on Sunday. We had a massive front page promotion on Family Game Night with my dad and my brother. We started a new farm sim save that will go up onto YouTube. We're having a little more trouble uploading it than I thought. The file ended up being 255 gigabytes. So we have to bring it down a little bit before it can get uploaded. It should go up in the next couple of days. I apologize for that going up so slow, but it is also like an 8-hour video, so it's a little bit, it's taken a little bit. Anyways, saw a bunch of questions in chat. Please feel free to resend them during the intro. It's hard to answer questions and stuff like that. If you have any questions, please resend them in chat. But I just wanted to thank you guys for joining us on Sunday. Other news from our end is we're actually going to start. I know this is weird. Spotify reached out and they would like us to upload our YouTube videos to Spotify, which is interesting. I do need something from you guys. Once they're uploaded, we'll have to we need 1,000 monthly listeners or something like that. So I'll let you guys know once it's uploaded, but once it is, if you guys could go check it out, let me know what the experience on Spotify is like, if you like it or if you hate it. The reason I think it might work for us is very often you guys tell me that you like to watch this series as a bit of a podcast. And so I don't know if I should upload our YouTube videos or our VODs or what to Spotify. But if you do like to listen to them, the Spotify experience might make it a little easier than it was, you know, than it is on YouTube and stuff like that. So I'll get back to you, let you know when that's uploaded. And if you guys could let me know if it's any good or if it's junk and I can forget about it. Ask Austin why he banned me from his chat. I feel like you should know, probably, but you know what you could do is you could submit a ban request on Twitch, and that will help. I just got ordered the farm stick because of you. You got any beginner tips? It's just gonna be a little tough at the beginning. If I'm totally honest with you, the farm stick is a little bit hard to get used to. That's okay. You're not doing anything wrong. Just keep using it, and you'll get used to it pretty quick. You should do a 4-way fence line feud with your dad and brother plus cousin Austin. Cousin Austin. I love the name. It makes us sound even more redneck than we already are. Okay, I just need to see our fertilizer level here. Yeah, so this will need to get fertilized on both. Let's go sell those beans, see what's going on. All right, so chat. Apple Music is your go-to. I don't know if Apple Music does video, but I can look into that too if that's easier. My professional opinion, when you get to the point of doing better grain crops, I definitely do poppies or barley. Barley yields like crazy. Poppies more per liter and stays far away from buckwheat. Stay far away from buckwheat, waste of time. Yeah, I heard buckwheat wasn't as good, and we'd actually done poppies on this map in our other save. I think when we get to the point of not being able to harvest all of our peas or beans or whatever we've been doing in 1 month, we go poppies because we could get some crazy volume from poppies. So yeah, I agree with that for sure. I'm on Spotify basically anytime I'm not on Twitch or YouTube, so I'll check it out. Okay, it's not out yet. I will let you guys know. Like I said, I just got that request an hour before going live today, and so we're gonna sort it out. I'll let you know what's going on and see how it goes. I don't use Apple Music at all. I use Spotify. Yeah, people are pretty 50-50 between Spotify and Apple Music. I grew up on Spotify, so Spotify was good before Apple Music was good. I basically went from like buying stuff on iTunes to Spotify, and then Apple made Apple Music to compete with Spotify, and I guess it's not that bad, but I was so into Spotify at that point that it was too late for me to switch, honestly. Does Austin read his unban request? Well, you know what? I probably have to remind him to read his unban request because he's pretty new to Twitch, so I don't even know if he knows what an unban request is. In the meantime, feel free to watch here. But when you're banned in Austin's chat, are you still able to watch the stream, or are you not allowed to watch the stream at all? Because I think by default you're just not allowed to chat, which happens. The Versus Austin game is back, guys. We are back on Fence Line Feud. I'm back in my old trusty 1066. So chat, do you guys remember what the heck we were working on? I remember I snapped up field 99 because I had just enough money to do it. And I harvested the beans off of there. We're just gonna go sell them right now, see how much money we make, and then do you remember what the plan was? Because genuinely, I cannot remember what the heck we were working on here. Oh, let's do... I need to figure out where to sell this real quick. These are green beans. Green beans go for the best price at Bloomengart Exports. So let's go sell this over here. See if we make any money. And then we can maybe plan what we're working on. I don't have anything else to harvest this month. Austin has 2 fields left to harvest. And then we can start figuring out what we're going to replant. Okay, let's dump this here. See if we make any good cash. I don't know. I didn't really plant green beans. I just bought a field with green beans, and there's a little bit left over there, so we'll be able to do that and see if it's good. Can't remember what we were buying. You were gonna buy a new tractor plus cultivator. I have a tractor. I was gonna buy a new tractor. That's AgroStar. Ooh, AgroStar. 230 horsepower for 50K. Was I gonna buy that? 230 horsepower, 50K. How much horsepower do I have now? I have 155. That's a wicked deal. Chat, we might do that just to make it easy. None of these can have arms anyway, so I guess we're kind of out of luck. Oh, Austin's here selling his stuff too. I might buy that AgroStar. We'll see what else we can do. Okay, so we got the AgroStar maybe. Then maybe there's some fields to buy as well. Maybe we should plan this just in case. And it's got a front 3-point. And it's got a front 3-point. True. Which I don't know if that's going to help us too much, but let's see what else we could do. So if we come in here around 80,000 bucks, there's really no fields we can buy for 80K. We could do these two. We can replant those. Anything good I could buy for 80K? It's not really that much money. In this map, 80K is not a lot of money. Like, you get stuff like this. Yeah, it's 70K right there. Not really. I think a big tractor might. But do we need a big tractor? What am I gonna use it for? Like, what would a 250 horsepower tractor even be used for, chat? Can that make our life any better? So I can pull a seeder with this one. I can pull a plow with this as well. I mean, that might be... What do the plows look like? Is there a plow that would let us use that we couldn't use before? Yeah, we could use the 210 horsepower plow.
Just resubscribed at tier
which
1
would save... And how much does that cost? 50K.
Vibes on Twitch.
It would save us a lot of time.
For all the great fun streams.
No problem, Shintai. Thank you for the tier 1 sub for a couple of months. I appreciate you. Enjoy your new badge. Happy to be here. Thank you for being here. And Chi, thanks for that follow as well. Okay, so let's say we get that AgroStar. Allows us to pull a bigger plow. And that's about it. Do we need a bigger plow? I mean, is it... I feel like that's just spending a lot of money on, frankly, not that much of a benefit. Because with the 155 horsepower, I could pull this. No, I can't. Oh, no, I can't. I could do the Lemkin. I could do a four furrow Lemkin. So that's 2 meters. Doubles our plowing ability, but you almost never plow in this game, right? On precision farming, we don't, but we're not on precision farming. So plowing is actually something that we need. Slurp, thank you for the follow. Plowing is actually something that we need, but... Flip some equipment, buy it, fix it, then sell it. Sure, get more than what you paid for it. Not worth it. It's not worth it because there is a risk that you don't get more than you paid for it. But also, like, there's no. I don't have any land that I need to buy in the meantime. So it's not a bad time to buy it. Because the money's not going anywhere else. But frankly, you know what I think the smart thing to do is, chat? I think the smart thing to do is put down some greenhouses instead. If we do a bunch of greenhouses, that'll give us a ton of spending money. We're not going to need the money in the next 6 months. Man, what are we going to buy? Okay, you know what I'm going to do? Let me get some stuff moving first. And then we're going to plan for that. I don't want to go into anything like too quick in case it's no good. Ludwig, thank you for the 3 roses on TikTok, by the way. I appreciate that. And Marcy's, thank you for the follow on Twitch. You'd still have 20K for greenhouses. That's not much. Imagine like 60K for greenhouses. That's like 2 big greenhouses, dude. That would make you, I can't remember how much those make, but they make a fat amount of money. Like, it's definitely worth doing. Otherwise, those are some trees. Are they camouflaged? Yes, they are. I can send you the mod list, Raven. In fact, I had to take a picture of it today to set the mods back up. So yeah, I can actually send that to you later. Raven, could you DM me real quick on Discord and just say reminder, send me that mod list, and I'll send it to you after stream because I actually have the pictures of it already. Oh, that's okay, Slurp. No worries. No worries. Okay, so that is all. We got a little more green meat. So that's all the green meats. I think we plow these 2 fields together if it'll let us. We plow the 2 fields together. Let's hit it with some fertilizer first and then see if we can turn this into 1 big field, and then we'll replant it with peas or something like that. As much as I'd like to do poppies, I think we'll have to do peas. Okay. Let's fertilize it first and see where we end up. 43,000 per year on hard mode for big greenhouse. Oh, we're on easy mode, so it's even faster. And I think if we do lettuce, I think it's way more than that too. I think it's like, because we were using it on family game night. How much money did that make us? That was like a ton of money, dude. Okay, we're just gonna hit this with solid fertilizer real quick. You know what we'll do? We'll do this smart, and I will make sure I fertilize and stuff first, so that I don't run out of money before we're done with all that stuff. 129K for lettuce per year. That could change our game, dude. That could change our game. I mean, I feel like we'd be kind of dumb not to do that then. But greenhouses are so boring. And can I turn that money into more money faster? Like, as a field, that's always the kicker, right? Is as a field, I could turn that into money faster than I can with the greenhouse. Because I could take like a $250,000 field, I could turn it into $500,000 in 4 months. Nah, I don't think the math holds up. I think we want to buy fields. I think we want to buy fields with that. I should look into what fields we own, see if there's anything we could expand to. Maybe that would be good. Here, let me just ban that spammer on TikTok real quick. We'll just mute them for 5 minutes. Dofka, thanks for the follow on TikTok. Takes time, no, doing the water runs a little bit, but like it's really not too bad. I think we can get the water figured out pretty quick, so I'm not worried about that. It's more that I think we could just turn it into more money with a field than we can as a greenhouse. So are the hand tools bugged? I was doing a start from nothing save. I did a huge field with red beets, hated every minute of it, but every time I collected a pallet, it gave me 230. A contract that was supposed to pay out 17K turned out to be almost 100K. That's actually normal for contracts. No, you're good. That is the benefit of some contracts in this game, is they do pay out more than they're supposed to, because basically the contract will pay out a certain amount, and then what you do is you sell all of the excess product, and that can be a lot. So that's basically, I think that's all that happened with yours. That'll happen no matter how you're harvesting. And in the case of red beets, that's actually not that crazy, so that's good to see. What about poplar for wood chips? It's 64K per hectare. The equipment is very expensive. That's the downside of poplar. So you always have to factor in what you have to pay to get into that field, or that into that crop type, and then also what you actually make from it. The other thing we have to factor in is how long it takes to grow. Poplar seems good on the surface because you're like, oh, 64K per hectare, but it takes 14 months. What the heck? My tractor is no longer driving. Oh, there we go. It takes 14 months for poplar to grow. And so even though the labor's not too bad, I'd be sitting here basically doing nothing while Austin makes money, and I'm waiting 14 months for my poplar to grow. In the same amount of time, I could get 4 harvests of peas down. And make more per hectare, if that makes sense. I think it's 14 or 50. Yeah, that's the crazy part. Poplars regrow. You don't need to be replanted. And that's the nice part is you don't need to replant it. Unfortunately, we need something that's good per time. The rules on the save are also different. Remember, we don't have seasonal planting on. Even though there are seasons in our game, we don't have seasonal planting on. So what that lets us do is get a little more creative with what we plant. So in a space, you know, in a year, you could only get one harvest of peas, right? And so poplar would probably be better. You only wait 2 extra months. Poplar would probably be good. But without seasonal planting, which we turned off to make it more interesting so that we didn't end up planting the same crops all the time, we can actually get more harvests of other things in. So in this game mode, stuff that grows really quickly is kind of the most overpowered. Stuff like poppies, which grow in 4, peas, which grow in 3. You know, crops like that we can grow really quickly and harvest often are actually the king in this game mode. What about spinach? You can get 3 harvests. Spinach is technically more competitive than peas. But yes, you need to harvest it. You get to harvest it twice. It's actually, you know what? It's worse than peas because for spinach, you plant it. It takes 3 months to grow the first time, and then it takes 2 months to grow again. So it's like a 6-month period, and it would give you a little bit more than peas in that same amount of time. But because there's no seasonal growth, it actually means you can plant peas again before you even do the second harvest of spinach. So I think spinach or peas are still better in that case. Okay, we need more fertilizer. Do I have fertilizer anywhere? I don't even remember where I was storing pallets, dude. I had some over here. I think I might have run myself out of fertilizer. Which is fine, but how the heck do we get more? Is there a trailer? 9,000 bucks on that? Nah, let's go buy a little trailer. We'll go buy a little trailer and we'll use that to bring fertilizer over here so we can fill it back up. Let's just put that down. We'll go find something small where we can bring some fertilizer back. CB's taking a 335 stream freak. That's crazy. Do you ever had the used equipment mod where you can make your dealership, I guess you could say? Canned peas are way better than bag spinach. Yes, canned peas are amazing. That's true. We don't have the equipment yard in this save just because it's a little overpowered. So we do have it in our personal save, but we don't have it in Fence Live Feud. That is a cool mod though, honestly. Can't wait for Snowrunner next season. I agree. Dovka, thank you for the 8 GGs. Ram, thank you for the rose. Alfie, Kostakis, Yoru, thank you for the follows on TikTok, guys. I appreciate that. Welcome in, Dale. Thank you for the share. And Voldemar, thank you for the follow too. My favorite console map, Highlands Fishing, probably. Highlands Fishing is just so good. Kinlog is the name of the map, but it comes with Highlands Fishing. That one rocks, dude. Your little trailer is by the factory. It is? I have a little trailer over there? Oh, see, this is the problem. Oh. Is there like a cheap flat deck we could buy? Because that one takes all my fertilizer and like dumps it in, which drives me crazy. There's this one, this little tilt deck for 8K. Kind of expensive. Something better. Oh yeah, there's the stemma. No, isn't the Trius like a bonkers price for some reason though? 9,500. We may as well buy that other one if that's the case. Let me just see if we added any in the mods. Any little baby flat decks. Motorcycle trailer for 10K. 2-wheel for pallets. 1,000 bucks. I wish I could take those things off, like those sides off. Oh, that's kind of cool. So it's got no capacity. It's just 2 wheels, holds pallets, 1,000 bucks. That's probably the move. I'm gonna do that one. We'll put the fat tires on there. Floorboards. I like the wooden stump thing. That's awesome. Take the reflectors off. And we'll paint it like a dark red color. Okay. That's perfect. That'll help us out a lot and stop us from dumping fertilizer in the thing. Okay, perfect. You play EU maps? Yeah, couple of them we've done a couple European maps. They're okay. I don't know what we're gonna do next, to be honest with you. I have no idea where we're going next in our current, like in our solo playthrough, but I'll once we're a little closer to finishing our save, I'll see what's out there, you know. I had to choose a map I can't use. Dude, that DLC is worth it. Get that DLC. It's so good, seriously. That's honestly one of the best expansions they've ever done for Farming Sim. Whenever you can get it, definitely buy it. It's really good. Okay, so we're gonna get this trailer. We're gonna load it up with fertilizer, fertilize that field, combine that field. Are we buying that tractor or no? I might buy that tractor just for the sake of speed. I might buy that tractor. 77K. How long do greenhouses take to pay themselves off? 3 months? So in 3 months, those greenhouses will be like, they'll be making money. Like, I think it's fast. It's really quick. Let's grab this. And then we will open this up. And we're going to grab some of those, just so I don't have to bring the thing out here. Oh, how do I open this up? Oh, there we go. We're going to grab some of those ones we can lift by hand. Oh, actually isn't here. And fertilizer, and we'll just do 1,000 liters. It's fertilizer. We'll go through it. I know it's expensive, but kind of a cost of doing business for us here. When you play hardcore saves, do you take out loans? That actually depends. I do ban loans in some of my hardcore saves, but in others I don't. So in this save, loans are banned. In my other hardcore save, the one we play every day, that one, loans aren't banned, but loans are like, oh, how do I explain it? We basically have to like treat loans kind of realistically, if that makes sense. So we have to have a plan for the loan, and we can only take out one loan at a time, kind of like an actual business loan. Now in real life, you can take out more than one business loan if you get it approved, but in game, that's just our hardcore loan rule. You can decide if you want to do loans. The game definitely goes faster if you're doing loans, but you know, without doing loans, sometimes you can end up in some really repetitive loops, cycles, you know, so might be worth it. I would say maybe ban loans for the first year and then see if you like that. If you're ready to take out loans after that, do it. If you you know, are enjoying that pace, then ban them again for another year and see if you can do it without any loans, you know. Axton, thanks for that follow, dude. Add the realistic loan mod. I haven't played with that myself yet, and obviously that won't be available on consoles, but I've heard good things about the realistic loan mod, which, I mean, that's one thing the game doesn't do very well. The loans are very forgiving, and frankly, they're way overpowered. So yeah, I think realistic loans would be cool. I mean, yeah, Slurp, it's up to you. Like I said, that's my map recommendation. If you ever think that you want a new map, it's got my recommendation. Otherwise, don't worry about it. There's plenty of good maps out there. The map also isn't what makes your playthrough. There's a big misconception in the farm sim community that the map is the biggest factor, and it's just not true. The biggest factor is how you structure your save, and it almost doesn't really matter what the map is. The map can make it a little better or a little worse depending on how good it is, but frankly, you could take the worst map of the game, just utter garbage, and still get a good playthrough out of it if you have kind of set up your game to be really good. 19 years into my hardcore save with 122 hours, really loving this way of playing. Wow, that's pretty good, dude. 122 hours is awesome. There's an enhanced loans mod and a credit score mod for more realistic banking. What the heck? That's cool. That's exactly what I want, honestly. That cow series, yeah. So we started a new series on Sunday. In case you missed it, we started a new series with Dad and Damon on Sunday, where we are taking 2 cows and we're trying to turn it into 1,000 cows without buying any more cattle. We have to breed them to 1,000. And that one we're going to play every Sunday. Hopefully we have Damon for the most part, but otherwise we'll just at least play it whenever we have Dad. And so expect to see that again every Sunday for the foreseeable future. I don't know how long that playthrough is going to last, to be honest with you. I'm having trouble wrapping my head around how long it's going to take. I think it's going to be a pretty long playthrough just because, you know, 1,000 cows. But also, I think a lot of people are right. A lot of people are saying that those cows are going to sneak up on you and you're going to end up with a lot of cows really, really fast. And I think they're correct. I think we will end up with way more cows way faster than we think we will, honestly. So we'll see. But yeah, I think you guys are right. When you say those cows are going to sneak up and we're going to have 1,000 cows overnight one night, I do actually think that's true. Yeah, I heard Damon was streaming earlier. 100, 200, 400, 800, and boom. Yeah, I know. That's the thing, right? But it also depends on if we can feed them. So if we're able to keep up with feeding all those cows, then it's going to go like that. You know, before we know it, we're going to be at 1,000 cows in like 2 or 3 in-game years. If we can't keep up with feeding them, it's going to interrupt the reproduction cycle and we're going to be in trouble, right? Like they're going to be on pause until we can afford to feed them all. So I will see. It could be a really fast playthrough. Could be a really long playthrough. I genuinely have no idea. It's a little bit of an experiment, honestly. Yeah. What other games do you play off stream? Amy and I picked up Power World again as of the 1.0 launch. That's what we've been working on for the last couple of days. And also, I play a lot of Mega Bonk. I'm almost full gold in Mega Bonk, and then I need to get the rest of the items from Graveyard, and then just challenges, and then I'll be complete. It's kind of crazy. I don't know what I'm gonna do once I'm done with that game. Reset my save and do it all again, I guess. I'm about 100 hours in. What do you think's a good time to get next at? Next harvesting selling season, I'll have the money, but how much land should I realistically have? I've used the Seed Hawk, and honestly, I don't like it. That's fair. The Seed Hawk, because of the way it moves and because of how big the setup is not very nimble. The fact that you didn't like the Seed Hawk may indicate you don't actually have enough land to use the Seed Hawk, because the idea is that you don't have to turn very often at all. So 2 things with the Seed Hawk: as much land as possible. Second, I would round out the corners of your land. So on the Seed Hawk, basically you can, you don't have to do a 3-point turn to turn it around. You get nice rolling edges to your fields. So that's my recommendation. That'll set you up for the next set too.
Just subscribed at tier 2 for 17 months.
Next set's funky. Next set's funky. It's kind of the same concept. You want as much land as humanly possible, because again, you don't want to turn it very often. It's kind of like the Seed Hawk in that way. I would also recommend not going with next set until you have enough money to buy all of its attachments that you would need. Because if you just have the next set for planting, and then you have to use a regular combine and a regular slurry distributor and stuff like that, I don't think you'll have as much fun with the next set. I would wait until you get all the attachments and probably at least 200 acres, I would say. You could do it with less, but again, the more times you have to turn, the more frustrating it's going to be. I struggle on my headlands, not so much on my ups and downs. Yeah, exactly. Next set's going to feel the same way. So if you can eliminate your headlands, well, not eliminate the headlands, but eliminate the amount of square turns you got to do, that helps a lot for both next set and Seed Hawk, actually. That is where it's kind of frustrating to drive. That makes sense. DG, thank you for the 17 months of tier 2. No freaking way, dude. If you can use those gifts, let me know. I don't know if that's rolled out yet, but... You need me for a second? Okay, chat, I'll be right back. Okay, sorry. I'm back. Our vacuum cleaner was broken, so I just had to fish out the other vacuum cleaner. Multiple vacuum cleaners. Do you have animals on this map? No, I don't think animals are gonna make sense for us. Like, I don't think they're gonna make us the kind of money we need to make in the time that we need to make it. So I don't know. I don't know the math on chickens. I think chickens might be the only one that would be good, but I don't think it's gonna go. I can't tell Austin to read his unbanned request. You're gonna have to wait until he gets him, Slurp. Although, Slurp, I gotta be honest with you, with the amount that you're spamming in chat, I kind of have a sneaking suspicion why you got banned in Austin's chat. You gotta stop spamming. There's other people in the chat that want their messages read just as bad as you do. I have a feeling that might have been what got you banned in Austin's chat, dude. Send one message, that's it, and don't at SparxTV me in the chat. It does not help your message get through. But just a heads up, like, chill a little bit, breathe. If your message gets missed, wait a little bit, send it again later. But I already responded to that message, so like that's even worse. Norback and Bennicky, thanks for the follows on TikTok, guys. I appreciate that. And Marcus and DJ, I got your follows and your subs, right, guys? Okay. Anyways, thank you so much. Thank you for being here. And Evan, thanks for the follow on TikTok. Does Austin have TikTok so I can go follow him? He does, but he's not streaming on TikTok. So you can find him on YouTube and you can find him on Twitch for streaming. Oh, I don't know if he's streaming on YouTube yet, but he wants to. And then, of course, his videos are on YouTube as well. No, you're good, Slurp. It's all good. I think, like, especially if you're coming from TikTok, that's a different beast. I think, like, spamming on TikTok is a little more common. On Twitch, it's like a definitely don't do it. Not that you should do it on TikTok. I just noticed it's a little, like, more common. But moving over to Twitch, sometimes it's a little, you know, it's a little different to learn. I just heard my name, but apparently it was not me. Oh, my God. There's 2 Slurps. Double Slurps. That's crazy. Who's the best streamer? You or Austin? Probably Austin. He's been doing it longer. Well, he's been making videos longer. But I'll give it to him. I don't think my chat would let me take credit for being a good streamer. They'll call me a part-timer and then say Austin's a better streamer. And so I think I'm just gonna get ahead of it and just say Austin before chat uses it as an opportunity to abuse me. Did I nail it, chat? Is that correct? I feel like I know you guys pretty well. They're both part-timers. Okay. Ah, never mind. They got us both. Okay, fair play. I think between the 2 of us combined, we make 1 mediocre streamer. If that's even true, we'll go with that. Rand, thanks for the rose on TikTok, dude. I appreciate that. Okay, I'm almost done fertilizing, and then we're gonna try and combine these 2 into one big field. Is Austin okay? So he's still working up at 6. I think, is it gonna come back to bite me if I buy this tractor? Yes, it is. It is, chat. It's not worth it. 250 horsepower. It's 40K. And I'd sell this tractor. I'd be spending 20K on the tractor because I sell this. I love this tractor, dude. I sell this. It covers half the cost of that tractor. Spend like 30K on it. Let's do it. Let's go buy it. Let's go buy that tractor. Let's go buy that tractor. I do think it's going to be worth it. If Austin didn't pick it up already. 49K. I mean, it's 230 horsepower. This thing's a beast, dude. I'm buying it. I'm buying it. I didn't even look at how many hours it has on it, actually. We'll find out when we get there. I'm going to take this over. I'm going to sell it. And then we'll have a tractor with a front PTO, 230 horsepower. We'll grab a fat plow to put on the back of it. It's only 30K. It's only 30K. What's the horsepower of the old tractor? 150. So it's still quite a strong machine for its size. Like, this is a beefy tractor for its size. But I think the downsides are just the traction issues, no front PTO, so weight can be a problem. This will just help us farm faster. I think this would be good. Hours doesn't matter anyways. Hours matter. Hours do matter because it breaks. That being said, this has 30 hours on it. So that's a lot for farm sim. 30 hours is a lot of runtime. And so it's not like, you know, even if I trade 130 hours for another 30 hours, it's fine. Lava, thanks for that. Thanks for that follow. Where's Clarkson's farm? Clarkson's farm is in the UK. I don't really know where specifically. Chipping Norton is the area, but I don't really know where that is, to be honest with you. But you can find it as a map in game, or you can just play any EU map, and it kind of vaguely feels like it, honestly. God, how the heck do you say that? It looks like Gloucestershire, but knowing the Brits, they probably call it Gloucestershire or something like that. I feel like I've heard Gloucester before. Is that the same thing? You just take off the Shire, the Sure, instead? How far off am I, chat? You're not in the UK? No, you gotta tell I'm not in the UK, eh? By that pronunciation. All right, let's sell that old tractor. Man, we used it for like 10 minutes. 20K. Doesn't really put me that far behind, does it? Okay, and then we'll grab this. Brand new AgroStar. 18 hours, not bad. It's still not going to cost us a lot, honestly. I think we'll be good. Pretty much spot on. Oh, I'm getting better, chat. You just remove like half of the syllables and you're speaking British. You're good to go. Just finished Clarkson's farm. Loved it. Best show I've seen in a while. Dude, isn't it just so good? Yeah, Amy and I are now all caught up on Clarkson's farm. Just a top tier show. I'm so happy that I think you guys had recommended it, actually. But I'm just so happy we started watching it. No, I think I started watching it before I started streaming. Did I start watching Clarkson's Farm before I started streaming? Because I saw, chat, when did season 1 of Clarkson's Farm come out? Because I started with season 1. No, maybe it was before I started streaming, actually. The Case Puma is a good tractor. Yeah, you're right. Suspension work, how all tractor suspension should work in the game. Oh, I've never noticed that before. Oh, look at this little thing. Excuse me. I don't think you're allowed to drive that on the road.
I'm coasting.
See some license and registration. Right, I'm bump drafting.
I'm just coasting.
No, that's fine. Are you trying to like not use diesel or what? I know how you poor farmers like to steal diesel because it's a big expense for you. Not so much for me. Yeah. I mean, $200 of diesel doesn't mean anything, but you know, no, not for me. Oh, Tokyo Drift over here.
Yep.
Manitoba Drift. Oh, I can take you wherever I want. Oh, I got you now, buddy. Oh, look at this. Do you have me strapped, but I'm driving?
Yeah, basically.
All right, well, you're coming to my farm. I guess
no, wait. I don't want to go to your farm. Yeah.
Bye. That's so funny, dude. I bought a new tractor. I got the Deutschfahr AgroStar 7.1, 8.31, not even close. And it's beautiful, dude. 230 horsepower. Now, my problem is I don't have a plow that I can pull with this just yet. The plows are really expensive. How do I want to do this? I could get a cheaper plow, I guess. Okay, so are we fully fertilized there? Yes, we are. Now, what I want to know is, can I fully expand this? How? It is square. I don't know why it's not a square field, but what if I go like this? Let's just try something real quick. If I go here, right, and then let's just open up, allow create fields. Can I go all the way across? Whoa, not you. Not you. I don't want anything to do with you. Allow create fields. And then we go down like this. Can we go all the way across? Because I think there's actually a space that we don't own in between these two fields. Oh no, we're good. We're good, chat. Look at that. That's awesome. Okay, so I will say, oh, see, now I've messed it up. This is gonna, yeah, I knew it. Okay, let's just have them start working something. So we'll go start with up, down, headlands off. Even if I could just have them start doing this. Clarkson's Farm 2021. Oh, so I started Clarkson's Farm before I started streaming then. Let's just see if he does this. Yes, that's good. Okay, I have 46,000. Let's go sell the rest of these beans. See where we end up. And then maybe we can buy a plow and we can start plowing this ourselves and get all caught up. A plow would be a big expense, but it would let us farm so much land so fast, dude. Can the AI worker create fields? They cannot, because there's really no way to define where you'd want the fields made. So what we'll do is we'll do the middle strip with a real plow, and that will let us combine those fields into one big one. And we may have to fertilize some other fields here too. We'll take a look. I don't know if this is the right way to spend money. I don't know if a plow is the right way to spend money, but you know what? We do want to get away from hand tools, so let's do it. We may as well. Maybe we'll talk to Austin and see if we can make it a rule to get rid of hand tools so that we can get rid of them fully, and then that'll put us on the same playing field. Austin has 54K. Okay, well, we're at 46. We're at 46K. See what else I can sell. 46K. Yeah, I mean, I think we need 50 for our plow, so we might be able to get it off of this. You're watching Austin. Wait, I'm Arthur and Mitch Wanted from YouTube. I don't remember your name from YouTube, but welcome over to the TikTok. I appreciate that. Welcome in, Austin and ASAD. Thank you for the follows on TikTok, guys. Appreciate that. You both have a tractor. You should give both a plow, like a free plow. I think, you know, if we wanted to get rid of hand tools, maybe we would do that. Is each get a free plow. But I think we might just be able to naturally get rid of hand tools and be done with it. We can sell stuff, but we can't sell stuff to win in the sense of like let's say we're at $800,000. We can't sell land or equipment just to get the win from that point. We would have to farm to $1 million basically. So we just can't sell land or equipment to get there. It's just a rule to stop. So basically, like if we sold everything we had right now, we'd be at like $500,000. So what you could do is you could farm up to $500,000 and then just sell all your stuff and boom, you win the game.
Techno_wizard107
would make it kind of a boring playthrough, I think. Oh, we're going to sell these over here actually for a little more money.
Off sexually.
Techno, thank you for the tier 1 for 14 months. I hated every second of hearing that message, but thank you for the tier 1 sub at the very least. Yeah, it just helps us like not end the game through stupid things like that. Look at that, 52K. I'm in a plow, dude. These are disc harrows for shallow cultivation. But we lose a lot of yield for shallow, don't we? We don't want to do that. We don't want to lose that much yield for shallow cultivation. I'm going to check something real quick. Let's check our... Okay, so there's still peas in the preserved food factory. I can't sell those, which means I can't sell that land. I basically just need to get this plowed. 99 and 100. Have to get it plowed. 80 needs to be replanted. 65, I think, is good. This one's all set. It needs lime, but like not a big deal. This needs plow and lime and fertilizer. And then 80 just needs to be replanted, which we have a seeder for. Okay. I might buy a cheap plow right now then.
Hey, Sparx, are you planning to plant before we go to the next day, or are you just hanging out?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna do everything I need to do before the next day. Yeah, I got stuff to do, so don't worry about me. Unless you're done.
No, I'd still have tons of planting to do then.
Okay, perfect. No, I'm all good.
I wasn't sure if we were doing planting yet or not.
Yep, I'm all good. Just go until you're done with whatever you're doing, and then if it gets dark before then, we'll sleep. But we still have 2 more days in September, so we're all good.
Alrighty then.
All right, enjoy. Would a plow actually be more efficient than a hand plow, or is it due to the not finding fields issue? So the thing is, yeah, a hand plow is more efficient. Hand plow is more efficient. In terms of price, like in terms of cost versus what you're actually doing, there's really no reason not to use hand tools, but I'm kind of at the limit of how much I can actually complete. So like I can't actually, oh, I'm going to go 2.5. Wait, that's way better. Slatted moldboards. Yeah, 140 horsepower. I'm just going to buy that real quick for 17K rather than this 50K nonsense, because I don't think I need that big of a plow. And I like that this is 3-point and not on a wheel. So we should be able to put this on the front too and carry it with us. So yeah, I mean, a plow is going to be more, it's going to be faster than a hand plow, but you're right. It's not cost efficient compared to a hand plow. Nothing really is cost efficient the way a hand plow is. But we're just going to have to bite the bullet on this. We'll have to get there eventually. You know, we want to get to the point where we're able to farm that much land. The thing about hand tools is you kind of hit a limit. As long as you have a limited amount of time, which we do, we have a limited amount of time. At a certain point, I'll only be able to farm so many acres of land before it's nighttime and we have to go on to the next one. So we have to make that jump to machine tools at some point. It's just a crappy jump to make. We want to milk those hand tools as long as we can, but at a certain point, you know, we do have to make that jump to tools, to machine tools instead. I'm going to place down a what do you call it? A greenhouse if I still have money left over at the end of this month. And we'll just invest that money into a greenhouse and it'll spit back out a little bit of cash for us. Just to, you know, because I think it'll be 3 months before we're buying any more land anyways. We may as well turn that money into more money. Can you plow for the front? Actually, you can. You can drag it backwards. It's probably not terribly efficient, but yeah, you can actually pull it backwards with you if you want to. I'm just doing this to carry it over, as silly as this looks. I just want it basically out of the way instead. What does precision farming mod do? Basically, it makes a lot of things more realistic. So farming in real life has changed a lot since Farming Simulator kind of came out. And precision farming, even though it's a little more complex, it makes it more realistic. So once you've learned Farm Sim and, you know, you're ready for a new challenge, check out precision farming because it is more realistic. It is more like how real farming is, I guess. That there. And then we'll put this down and switch sides. And then we'll use this. Oh, we need to unfold the plow. We'll use this to open up that middle spot. And we want to maximize this land. So I'll probably widen some of the fields here too. You gotta be a little careful with widening fields on this map because I notice it does bug out the AI if you do it too much. But, you know, if it could get us an extra row on every end, that would be good. I refuse to play without precision farming anymore ever since it was out in 22. I get why people say that. People used to say that all the time and I was like, it's a tad bit dramatic, don't you think? But now that I played with precision farming, I get it, dude. Like, base game farm sim is just so plain compared to precision. Okay, so we actually can, no, I'm not gonna plow that. There's things there. There's what do you call them? Stumps there. But B, I might want to put a greenhouse there to win this. So let's save that space for now. And maybe I'll take advantage of it a little bit later. We're gonna see. Oh my God, Lead Dog, thank you so much for the raid. Gallo, welcome in with Lead. Guys, how was your stream today? Welcome in. For those coming in with Lead that is are unfamiliar with this save, we're actually we're dueling Austin Farmer right now to see who the better farmer is. And so we're racing to $1 million. Welcome in, enjoy. And if you have any questions, let me know. But we are currently racing Austin. Mods, could we do a shout out for Lead Dog real quick? That would be amazing. Guys, go follow Lead Dog in chat there. Awesome guy, awesome streamer. Tends to stream before I do, so something to watch in the mornings as well. Streams primarily Farm Sim. And yeah, absolutely go check him out. Gallo, welcome in as well. Good to see you. We got Schultz in here. Guys, welcome in. I hope your stream was good. Let's just find the right gear here. our max speed with this thing? 13 kilometers an hour. That's not bad. I haven't seen any Idaho map. No, I don't go through maps very quick. I think if you watch my content for a while, you may notice that I'm on the same map for a long time. I tend to put a couple 100 hours into a map before I move on. I know some people put like 2 or 3 to 10 hours into a map and then they pick the next one. So they go through maps really quickly. Not me, dude. I go through maps slower than molasses. It's crazy. By the way, B-Train, thank you for the follow on Twitch. What's the YouTube channel? Just go command YT in chat. And if you're on Twitch, go hit that heart at the top of your chat right there. That'll make you follow Lead Dog, and you'll get a notification next time he goes live. Please go give him a follow. Seriously. So yeah, the VODs channel is just straight up stream recordings, no editing. The YouTube channel is kind of a combination of edited content, like edited streams, and dedicated like guide content, if that makes sense. So some of the games we play are a little complex, so there's a little bit of guide stuff in there for roadcraft and stuff like that, how to set up certain gear. You know what blows my mind? When Queso is live on his Just Chatting, which I think is pre-recorded, I could be wrong, but still have thousands of viewers. Yeah, I mean, once you get to like a certain size, a lot of people recommend doing like a live all the time channel that just plays your VODs. Because what it does make sense, honestly, because people like to chat. Like you'll see people all the time like talking to each other in chat. Like I think chat knows each other, and so having a channel that plays your VODs 24/7, it's kind of like a place for people to watch the VODs, but they also still get to chat together. So I think it makes sense. Sometimes those bigger creators get a little bit of hate for it because, you know, smaller streamers argue that, and they're probably right, that it takes people away from watching other stuff on Twitch. But honestly, I think there are people that would just be watching stuff on YouTube. Like they'd be watching Queso's VODs on YouTube. So I don't think it's that bad for the platform. I don't do it, but I don't see as big of a problem with it personally. But yeah, anyways, it's cool to see. I don't have enough VODs to do that yet, but maybe one day. 96 Power Stroke is going good. Welcome in. How do you like the new Mavaria map for Out of Ore? Also, sorry, I had to take a call and back. I haven't played it yet. We're waiting for it to come to the stable branch. I don't know if it has. Has it come to stable branch yet? Anyways, waiting for it to come to stable. I don't do PTOs or anything like that. PTSs, test servers, whatever you call it, beta branches. I wait for it to come to full release. But the videos I've seen of it look really cool. Command, it's exclamation point. Sorry, if I say command something, it's exclamation point, and then that word is how you do it. That's my bad. I know that's a little confusing for new Twitch users, I guess. Question: I'm getting a farm stick for Xbox, but I'm switching. Does an Xbox farm stick work for PS5? No, it does not. A lot of devices that you can use for simulators do not work on both Xbox and PlayStation. They work on their console and PC, but there really isn't any gear out there that actually works for Xbox and PlayStation. They're just too different. Both of those platforms basically require that the buttons are proper for that console. So you can't use like a wheel that has A, B, X, and Y as buttons on a PlayStation, and likewise you can't use a button with triangle, square, X, and circle on Xbox. That's just the rule that both of the consoles have. So no, you won't be able to. Long story short, no, you won't be able to switch it. You'll have to get the dedicated one. But you could, I mean, you could sell one and just buy the other. That'd probably be the best way to do it. Followed you for years on TikTok, came over with Lead. No way. Well, welcome over to Twitch. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's a little more reliable to watch on Twitch, obviously. Glad to see you made it over to Twitch at some point. Who's your favorite actor? My favorite actor? Who's my favorite actor? That's a really good question. Like an actor where, so I'm not a big celebrity guy. So I don't think I have somebody that I'm like obsessed with, but maybe an actor that if I see him in a movie, I'm like, oh, I know that's gonna be good. Ryan Gosling's been really consistent lately, just like everything he's in is top tier. Robert Pattinson, same kind of thing. Everything I've seen Robert Pattinson in has been fantastic. We'll forget about Twilight. But everything else he's been in, Mickey 17, The Lighthouse was insane. He was great in Harry Potter. And now he's in that new one. That what's his name? That Dateline NBC one. With what's it, Chris Hansen? He's playing Chris Hansen in the new movie. I don't know. That seems pretty good. I don't know. I guess, like in recent memory, those two are I think, kind of like, I consider them to be pretty reliable, I guess. Ryan Reynolds on par with Robin Williams. That is a straight up disrespect to Robin Williams. I don't think Ryan Reynolds is... So it's not that Ryan Reynolds is bad, but he just plays Ryan Reynolds in everything that he's in, you know? Like, it's not like he's very good at playing a brand new character. He's basically Deadpool in every single thing that he's in, which is fine. I think, like, The Rock is kind of the same. The Rock plays The Rock in every movie that he's in. He's not really playing a character. He's playing The Rock. And I find Ryan Reynolds is kind of the same. Like, he's not really doing anything special. He's just playing Ryan Reynolds in whatever you're watching. Oh, it's Damon. Damon, thank you so much for... I thought you were Dad for a second. Damon, how was your stream? What the heck were you playing today? I think I like actors who actually are better at, like, playing a character. It's part of the reason I'm not actually a big Jim Carrey fan either. I find Jim Carrey just plays Jim Carrey in every single movie he's ever been in. And sometimes I just want to see somebody act, you know? Damon, who's your favorite actor? Damon is a little more into TV and movies than I am. Damon, who's your favorite actor? Dad, you said. Oh, hello. Different dad. Christian Bale is easy. Christian Bale is good. Christian Bale is good. I don't really like the kind of movies Christian Bale is in. Like, I'm not really into superheroes, which is a big chunk of Christian Bale. But, you know, he was good in, like, Ford v Ferrari, and he's got some great roles. He's not really in the kind of spaces that I like to watch. Who's that actor that played the Hulk the first time around? Norton, Edward Norton, I think. He's really good. I see him in a lot of the kind of movies that I like to watch, and he's fantastic. And the minute I was going from TikTok to Twitch, how did you go from talking about farming to talking about movies? We move fast. We move fast. Ed Norton is pretty good too. I see David said Ryan Gosling as well. That's so funny. I was just saying that anything with Ryan Gosling is like, you know, it's gonna be good. Jack Black and Jim Carrey. I feel like those two are very similar. I kind of get the sense for what kind of movies you like. If you say Jack Black and Jim Carrey, kind of get the sense for the type of movies that you like to watch, you know? Denzel Washington, Morgan Freeman. Morgan Freeman's okay. Morgan Freeman's another actor that plays Morgan Freeman, you know? He's not really doing anything super interesting. He's playing Morgan Freeman, and he's good. I'd say he's better than most actors who play themselves, because he at least kind of changes tone. Like, he's not typecast so hard. He still is, but not as hard as somebody like The Rock. He plays God. Yeah, it's for the voice. That's fair. Patrick Stewart. I never really got into Patrick Stewart. Is there an actor, chat? Do you guys have an actor where if you see them in a movie, you avoid that movie? Like, is there somebody that if you see them in the trailer, you're like, I'm not watching that? I'm trying to think if there's anyone like that for me. Really, Adam Sandler. I used to think that way about Adam Sandler, and then I watched Uncut Gems, and I realized that he is actually a phenomenal actor. Adam Sandler, genuinely generational talent. I think he's just taking roles that he likes doing, because you have to remember, he directs a lot of the movies that he's in too. I think he's just making movies that he wants to make with his friends. After seeing him in Uncut Gems, I was like, oh, he's like an actor. And then he just went back to playing like goofy stuff. It was so weird. Will Ferrell's kind of fair. Danny McBride's also another fair one. I will admit I'm kind of like that with Jim Carrey. I know a lot of people grew up on Jim Carrey, and he's like their, you know, childhood actor. I never really got the Jim Carrey hype. He's good, very physical, animated comedy, and I don't mean animated as in it's animated. He is a very animated man. But I think when I see Jim Carrey in a movie, I really get a sense for the type of movie I'm about to watch. And I know that it's not necessarily my ideal movie. That actually missed a line somehow. Oh, weird. I think the GPS is a little strange on this. Can we like condense this a little bit so we go like maybe 2.3 meters? Get a little more overlap here. Let's try that, see if that's any good. Hold on. Hold on. I got a couple spammers I'm gonna ban real quick here. Ian, I'm gonna mute you for a little bit, see if you can figure it out once you're back, alright? Is Farm Sim 25 worth it? Should I keep playing Farm Sim 22? 25 is worth it, 100%. Mark Wahlberg is great too. I haven't seen Mark Wahlberg in anything in years, dude. I think my mom's a big Mark Wahlberg fan. It's the reason I didn't watch the Sonic movie. Oops, I don't know how I did that. Really? Jim Carrey was the reason you didn't watch the Sonic movie? I also haven't seen the Sonic movie, but it wasn't because of Jim Carrey. I was never really that into Sonic the Hedgehog, so it wasn't really my thing. Matthew McConaughey is good. Love Interstellar. Yeah, he's pretty good. Gal Gadot. I can't really stand Gal Gadot. I'm not gonna lie to you. That might be the one person who, if I see them in a movie, I'm like, it's rough. It's rough. I think she's a bit of an industry plant, honestly. And I've never seen her in, and maybe I'm just seeing her rough performances. She's obviously famous for some really rough, high-profile performances. But maybe I gotta give her a fair shot and see if there's anywhere in her career where she was a better fit. But like a lot of her late stuff has been rough. Anytime a rapper's in a movie, really, anytime a rapper's in a movie, that's a no-go for you. What kind of movie? How many movies have you seen with rappers in it? Or I think The Rock is a bit of a red flag. Like, my expectations are lower if I see The Rock in something. He's in some movies that I really like, but generally his performances aren't like super exciting to me. Keanu Reeves is all right. I'm gonna get some hate when I say this, but I think Keanu Reeves is a little overhyped. He's kind of flat sometimes. You know, he's not typically playing terribly interesting characters. He's a really good action star, but he's kind of like Jason Statham, where his movies are decent, but he's playing the same character. He's kind of just playing himself, and the characters are very quiet, and they're not like doing a lot of acting, you know? I don't think they're like highly skilled characters to play. And so you always just kind of see them playing this guy that barely talks, really good at action, and that's it. So I don't know. I don't feel like they're really playing terribly interesting characters. Will Smith in I Am Legend is a really good example of like an action character that actually takes some skill because he's got so many emotional scenes and stuff like that. I think that's actually a really good call out. Like a lot of movies The Rock is in, but I do not like him as an actor. I feel the same. I feel the same about that. What about Strays the movie? I don't think I've seen that. Just saying, for actors that Christopher Nolan cast in movies and you have the best actors in Hollywood. Christopher Nolan he's good. He's not my favorite. He is good. I don't think his usual actors, like, they're big budget actors, but I don't know if they're particularly interesting. I don't think Christopher Nolan's forte is interesting characters per se. I think for interesting characters, you gotta get a little bit away from big budget action and get into more more dramatic storytelling and character movies. I'm gonna be hated for this, but anything that is the cast from Fast and Furious movies, I don't find them good at all. I'm with you, to be honest with you. I think I agree with you. I don't think any of the Fast and Furious actors are that good. Yeah, they're kind of the same, right? Like, but it's action movie characters, and I think this is the problem. Like, action movie characters are generally just boring characters. Not necessarily the actors are doing a bad job, but they're boring characters. I don't know. And you see, and they always do the same kind of movies. You see them in the exact same roles that they always play. I think if you're looking for good actors, you really can't turn to big budget action or superheroes. I just don't think you're seeing actors in a good space to begin with. The first movie was good, and then it just went too far with 93 sequels. They've definitely run out of ideas, but I think for a lot of people, it's a comfort movie. It's a comfort series. Like, sometimes the idea behind a movie is not to be new and innovative and different. Sometimes the idea behind a movie is to be comfortable and familiar. And I think that really is what Fast and Furious is going for. They're not trying to be the next Interstellar. They're trying to let people be nostalgic about the movies by not making changes to the cast or to the writing or to the tone. I think they're just trying to be familiar, you know? They're not really my types of movies, but I'm sure I have series that I wouldn't want them to change, and I just want them to stick with the status quo and keep making the same thing they've been making for 20 years, you know? I think that's what Fast and Furious is. Sparx, I know you're EU, but American Farming comes out in 4 days. I'm not EU. What are you talking about? I'm Canadian, dude. I'm also excited for American Farming to come out, Brick. Mostly so we have another mobile game, actually. Another mobile farming game. No, that's super exciting, dude. Moza FCS or Farmstick? Farmstick still. I'm still Farmstick. I haven't seen anything that keeps up with it yet. Dude, thank you for the hat and mustache. I appreciate that. CJ, thank you for the 6 roses as well. Jackson, thank you for the follow. Elizabeth, thank you for the share. Thanks so much, guys. Appreciate that. Is Will Smith a rapper who acts or an actor who raps? He's an actor with a failed rap career. I don't think his rapping is terribly good. I think Idris Elba is a better example of an actor with decent rapping. It's still not like top tier, but it's better than Will Smith if you're desperate for an actor rapper. His is a little bit better. Look at some of the stuff he did for Phantom Liberty, and you might like him. I generally don't love his stuff. He's a great actor. His rap is okay, but he's put a couple of bangers out there, honestly. Do you play from start from scratch? I do. Yeah, you got it. Are you gonna see Dune Part 3? I am going to watch Dune Part 3. I'm not gonna go see Dune Part 3. I'm done with theaters. I've started to see other people feel the same way now too. Like, my last few theater experiences have been terrible. There's been people on their phones. There's been people like talking and commenting during the movie. I genuinely think people have ruined movie theaters, unfortunately. And now I've started to see people who, like, online, that I consider to be really big, like, movie people. Like, they're diehards. You gotta see it in the cinema. You can't say movie theater around them. You gotta say cinema. And even they are like, I'm done with theaters. Like, it's just gotten so bad, dude. I think if you find the right time and you find the right theater, like, there's VIP theaters that are a little more upscale, a little more expensive. They serve food during it. Like, those might be better. But honestly, I think I like watching a movie at home. I like pausing it when I want to. I like subtitles. I'm a classic Gen Z subtitle watcher. I think movie theaters might be dead for me, honestly. I see why that industry is dying. Like, people say movie theaters are dying, and it's like Gen Z is killing movie theaters. I think movie theaters are doing it to themselves, dude. Like, it's a horrible experience. I think maybe if you like go during opening weekend for a big movie, you're probably going to run into people who are serious about what you're watching and stuff like that. Like there's probably ways to enjoy it. But like I said, my last few experiences have been terrible. I'll watch Dune when it comes out to streaming instead, personally. And I know that's another faux pas for movie people, but like it's where we're at, honestly, unfortunately. I don't care enough to go and like track down like a hobbyist theater or anything like that. I think I'm just gonna wait for it to come out to streaming. Wes says I can't do movie theaters anymore. They're too loud. It actually hurts my ears sometimes and way too expensive. I don't like that either. Like what is that? Why are movie theaters so loud? Like I think there's something cool about the experience of, you know, when the effects are like they're shaking the theater a little bit, like it's kind of part of the experience, but like it also is just like really loud effects, really loud music, dead silent dialogue, no subtitles. Yeah, I feel that as well. I recognize that noise bothers me a little bit more maybe than the average person too. Like I'm a little bit sensitive to when things are overwhelmingly loud. I don't find that interesting. It bothers me a little bit, so maybe I'm the wrong person to ask, but yeah, I feel that as well. The movie near me has subtitles. I like that. That's good. You can't turn the force feedback off on Xbox, unfortunately, Kian. You gotta just tough it out. That's one thing Farm Sim needs to do better on, is the settings for console, but they may not even really be able to do it. I know consoles are a little iffy on letting players do stuff like that. Nathan and Domenico, thank you for the shares and the follows on TikTok, guys. Appreciate that. How do you recommend to start making money early on? I mean, contracts until you get your first land, and then really, I would just pick something that you haven't done before for making money in the early game. Like some people go for greenhouses right at the start every single game, and they're just moving pallets. I don't really like that. I like doing something new. You know, if you've never done sheep, get a couple of sheep early on, see if you can make money on them. If you've never done maybe like a small scale crop of some sort, something that you could do with a small tractor, like carrots. You can do one line at a time on carrots. Those are really cool. If you've never done grass, do hay. I think honestly, more than anything else, you should really have an idea of what you've never done before and work on those, because that's where the big fun in this game is where you're doing new stuff. You're learning something new. I don't really like making the same farm over and over and over again. Always farming soybeans, always using greenhouses to stack cash. It gets boring. I want to learn something new. I want to learn a new crop, you know? You don't like reading while watching movies? There's nothing wrong with that. I think subtitles are like, for me, I like subtitles because the audio balancing, the audio mixing has been really rough in movies lately. I hate missing dialogue, and so I'd rather watch subtitles. The other thing is, like, I've watched a lot of movies that aren't in English, and so obviously you need subtitles to understand what's happening. It does not bother me to watch something with subtitles. Totally fine with me. And like, you miss out on so many movies if you stick to only no subtitle English movies. I think there's something really, I don't know, you just open up so many new movies to watch stuff if you're okay with subtitles, when you can watch stuff in other languages, you know? My mom absolutely hates subtitles. She gets distracted by them. I've heard that too. Some people say they get distracted by them. It's not really a skill, but you can kind of like once you get experience with it, you get good at reading subtitles and watching the movie at the same time, because you're not really reading the subtitles. And maybe that's some people's issue with it, is you're not really reading the subtitles, at least in a movie in a language you speak. They're just kind of supporting what you're hearing, so you will 100% get the information that's in the movie. If it's in another language, you read them a little bit more, but even then, like, you kind of know what they're saying through context already, so they're still just kind of there to support it, honestly. That's what I do. I read the subtitles and miss the movie. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I mean, maybe that's a practice thing. I've never really felt like I'm missing the movie because of the subtitles, but I would totally understand how somebody feels that way. I have to read them. Brain won't focus on the movie if subs are on. Interesting. I mean, listen, people's brains work differently too. Maybe subtitles do just make your experience worth. That's totally fair. I don't read fast enough. That's an interesting one. You don't read fast enough. See, again, my response to that is like I'm not really actively reading it like a book. You know, I'm it's kind of supporting what I'm hearing. But yeah, I guess that's fair too. As a Norwegian, we have subtitles on all the time. Oh, so yeah, like if you're watching something in English, then I guess you would have subtitles on. That makes total sense. Yeah, I don't really blame people for not watching subtitles. I think people who refuse to watch movies not in their native language because they have to watch subtitles, I think you're missing out on a lot. Like I would really encourage people to try it. But for people who are watching movies in English and you know, they don't want to have subtitles in their English movies or whatever their first language is, whatever their languages that they speak are in. I get that. I think that's totally fine. My Canadian's not that good. There you go. I get really annoyed when streaming services don't have subtitles. I've genuinely never seen a streaming service without subtitles, but maybe you're on more bootleg websites than me. which would be totally fair. Yes, this is Fenceline Feud, Grayson. It is. We're back with Austin. He is currently working. Oh, he's at the top right of the map. I don't know what he's working on now. Looks like he's buying some new equipment. I don't know what he's working on, but he's buying some new equipment. I am plowing a field, and then we'll get it seeded. And you know what? We can actually fertilize this time when we seed, which is going to save us a lot of time. You read that wrong. My Canadian, not that good. I filled it in for you. I fixed it for you, Mr. Drabstorm. I grew up in Romania. We have subs all the time. For me, it feels weird when I have dubbed movies. I don't like dubbed movies in any language. I think I like watching stuff in the original language. Just the acting is so much worse. It took me about 10 milliseconds to change it from dub to sub for Squid Game. That was horrendous. That was terrible. I don't know if that's the worst experience I've ever had with dubbed movies or TV, but holy, that was bad. Since then I've just always done dub because you get the good voice actors, you know, the original voice actors instead. I refuse to watch Black Mirror because of the British accent. Otter, I'll redub Black Mirror for you in a Floridian accent if it will make your experience better. You will have to listen to me doing a Florida accent, but I feel like there's some potential there. Welcome in, Otter. I'm dyslexic. I'm not the best at reading. That's fair too. Like if you're dyslexic, or I think some people who have ADHD say that they struggle to read just in general, but also subtitles because it's they just get like distracted by it. I think that's fair. I cannot watch dubbed if the mouth doesn't match the words. It breaks my brain. That's the other thing. I'd rather be in a different language and have subtitles and the mouths match what they're saying. It also bothers me when it's dubbed and it doesn't line up with their mouths. Yes. Or the tone. Like sometimes the tone is off on dub, and like the actor in the movie will have kind of like a certain facial expression or body language, or like you could kind of tell the tone they're trying to use, and the dub will use a different tone of voice. Oh, I hate that. It's so distracting. Yeah, that's totally fair. See, an actor's mouth move differently from what I hear is annoying me to the movie. Yep. Yeah. I feel that. Luke and Oliver, thanks for the follows on TikTok, guys. Appreciate that. How is it that you're doing that? What, plowing? You just stick her in the dirt and drag. That's it. Valentine, thanks for the follow on TikTok, by the way. Appreciate that. Welcome in. Yeah, it's totally fair. Who's winning? We're pretty even right now, to be honest with you. I think Austin has been winning up until this point. Last episode, though, I really made some money moves here, and I think I might be in the lead now, but not by much. I've either evened it out or I'm in the lead. I'm just not really sure. Austin is 90K. Yeah, you can't really look at how much money you have. It definitely has to be like how much equipment and land. Probably the biggest indicator is how many acres of land, because that's how much money you can make in the next season, right? In the next planting season. is how many acres do you have, and then you turn it into money. The money making ability you got to look at. Spain does dubbing. I heard Arnold Schwarzenegger in a Latino voice that was cursed. I didn't even think about accents. That's so funny. I don't really like the small plows that you're running. It puts me to sleep. Listen, you don't do it because you like it. If you're using small plows, it is because you don't have the money for anything else. And we technically have the money for a slightly bigger plow, but we're trying to be efficient here. Also, if I finish here too quickly, we'll just have to wait for Austin. So I'm going to be money smart, use a smaller plow, get this seated, and then we'll be good to go. If I finish this up too quickly, then we'll be sitting around waiting for Austin anyways. I used to watch Friends dubbed in French, and I could read lips for the English words. It was disturbing, especially when it's not the right words in French. That does bother me a little bit too, when they actually change the script when they dub it. And there's some things that don't really translate properly, right? Like there's a lot of English idioms that don't translate to other languages. So I kind of get why they do it sometimes. But yeah, I don't really like the idea that they may be changing the script in English if the original movie's in like Korean or something like that. But it does happen, you know, like there's some things that just don't translate properly. But I do like when they stick with the proper script. One that bothered me a lot was in Narcos. Narcos is in English and Spanish. Like the English characters speak English and the Spanish characters speak Spanish, or the Colombian characters speak Spanish. But I'm not fluent in Spanish, but like I can understand a little bit of Spanish, and it used to really bother me when the actors, the characters would speak Spanish and the English subtitles were not the thing that they were saying. Cause like, you don't really need to know a lot of Spanish to pick up on that in Narcos. Sometimes they're just like saying something else than what the subtitles are saying, and that would actually bother me quite a bit. I found that very distracting, and it also made me wonder if it was getting like watered down a little bit, you know? Yeah, some jokes can't be translated, right? Jokes, idioms, local sayings can't really be translated properly. But to be honest with you, I would rather they do it. I would rather they translate it one-to-one, even if it doesn't make a little bit of sense. Like if they're going to take a Colombian idiom, translate it to English, and it doesn't make sense to an English speaker, I think that's interesting. Because then as an English speaker, you go and look it up and you're like, that was weird. What does that mean? And you get to like learn a little bit more. Whereas like if you change it to be an English idiom, you kind of, I don't know. It seems boring. I like when they keep it and leave it a little bit not weird, but it keeps it interesting, I guess. I don't know. It does happen often. Yeah, you're right. It happens a lot. And it depends on the languages too. Like I know it happens a lot between English and other languages because a lot of people tell me that it does. Just because English is very big on idioms, very big on like sayings and phrases, you know. And so it happens a lot in English, but I've also noticed it happens a lot in Spanish personally. It's raining ropes from French. Ooh, don't translate that one. That means something else in English, Julian's. Let's leave that one in French, dude. No, we're not gonna say that one around here. What about the show Lupin? I've never seen it. Or swear words. We have some swear expressions in Romanian that don't make any kind of sense in English, and it's cursed when we translate them directly. No, I like that. See, that's one of those things that I think it's funny to translate directly, and I think they should do it. I think it's more interesting for them to do it that way. This, this will be a YouTube series as well, Nonsense. So it'll be posted as a VOD, just straight up, one-to-one. And then Austin's going to edit it down and post it on his channel as one video. So we did one already. It was like a 40-hour series. Ended up being like an hour-long video. It was really good. He's going to do the same for this one as well. So happy that Sparx doesn't use those annoying loud alerts like most farms and streamers do. Like you're chilling and then loud wakes you up because someone followed. That is something that bothers me personally. I think streamers have the freedom to make their content however they want. But if you're a streamer, you should be aware that loud sound effects makes it really hard to lurk in your streams. Yes, I agree. There's been a lot of times where I will be lurking in a stream. I'll just like have it off to the side. Maybe I'm working, maybe I'm playing a game, and then they'll have like gunshot sounds and air horns, and I have to turn their stream off, even though there's somebody that I want to support and I want to like continue watching. It does make your stream unwatchable for certain types of viewers, aka people who like to watch casually on the side of your stream. So appreciate you saying that about mine. It's actually something that is very on purpose. I also know a lot of people like to watch while sleeping. They watch the videos, they watch the stream while sleeping, or working is another one. So they don't want like loud, distracting sounds. They just want talking, maybe a little bit of background music if they really want to listen to it loud, and that's it. Yeah. To me, Farm Sim is about chill. Well, I think like some of those people are taking Farm Sim, which is, in our opinion, maybe a chill game, but in some people's opinion, a boring game. And so, you know, I admire the attempt to make it a little more exciting, you know, make it a little more lively. I think Farm Sim players generally like more chill content, just in general, but I can admire the attempt to try and make it a little more exciting, you know? I just watched your first try to make the series for the past few days. Wait, just watch your first try to make the series? What do you mean? You ever watch DBZ? Dragon Ball Z? No, I haven't. I'm not a big anime guy personally. I listen to the stream like a podcast because I'm a mailman. Yeah, I get a lot of people saying that. And I think like part of it is because I've never used sound effects. And so a lot of people have started watching in that way. Like the people who have been interested in this stream just over time tend to be people who aren't looking for like a lot of loud noises and stuff like that. So I think part of it is that I want to respect people who watch like that, and so I don't want to cloud up or change their experience. But also, we've collected people who watch like that because we're already like that. You know, it's kind of a two-way street. Why don't you put your camera where the map would be and the chat on above your camera? Why don't you put your camera where the map would be? Oh, it's a weird little thing that bothers me. I don't like when streamers' cameras are facing away from the middle of the screen. So my camera is like this because I'm facing this way. I can't reverse it because I've got a sign in the back, and I don't want text to be backwards. And so I want my face to be facing towards the game. Otherwise, I think it looks weird. Like Shroud's camera faces off screen. It doesn't bother me enough to like not watch, but every time I see it, I'm like, oh, that just feels so weird and wrong. It just feels a little more natural when you're facing in. So if I put my face where the map is, then I'd be facing out of the frame, and I don't like that. I guess I could put the camera on the other side, but I don't know. I like my setup. I like how it is now. I don't want to change it, but that's why I have it facing inward like that. FTS, thanks for the follow on TikTok, dude. Appreciate that. AJ and Resh, thanks for the follow too. Why are we on 1x speed? Did I miss something? I don't know why we're on 1x. It should be 0.5. We're debugging. So we had that issue with the AI last stream. So what we have to do is make sure we're 100% done in September, and then we'll be able to continue normally after that, which should be on 0.5 though. Tuesday, I went out eating with my parents. I was eating fries with meatballs and tomato sauce, and my mom walked into my plate, and it fell on me while I had a white shirt on. That's terrible. I shouldn't laugh. I shouldn't laugh. That's terrible. I know that pain, dude. The camera's on the other side is because Sparx is playing Marble. Yes, I do actually have a scene where the camera is on the other side, and it is specifically for a game that we play called Marbles on Stream, where if the camera is here, it blocks the leaderboard. And so I actually do have one scene where I'm facing out. I hate it, but it keeps the camera facing out of the way of certain things, basically. Okay, hold on. Let's go like that. The lines aren't very big, so it makes it kind of hard to stay online. Also, I know that we're leaving the dead furrow. It's because we're in a competitive game right now. If this was my own save, I would adjust it so we fill the dead furrow. But because we're playing a competitive save, it gives us about a foot of extra progress on each pass. It looks stupid, but it's farming sim. It doesn't care. Like, dead furrows aren't real. They're just a hallucination. So we're keeping them in. I know it looks weird, but it's more competitive that way. As funny as that looks. Blank, thanks for the follow on TikTok. Appreciate you. Is this a race to 1 million? It is. Yeah. Yeah, I'm at 34K right now. Now we're going to spend that. Like, a race to 1 million doesn't necessarily mean, you save all of your money. There's kind of a balance where you want to spend some money and then save some money. What you want to do is early in the game, you want to spend all of your money, because money in your bank account in this game, there's a lot of people that don't quite grasp this concept for farm sim, so I have to explain this a lot, especially on TikTok. Money in your bank account in farming sim is wasted. It's not doing anything for you. No farmer in their right mind would have money set aside that isn't, I mean, they might save for retirement, you know, stuff like that. But generally speaking, farmers will use every single penny and invest it back into the farm so that they are farming at maximum efficiency. So let's say you've got 50,000 bucks in your account. I got about 35 right now. And there's a piece of land that's 50,000 bucks. You should buy that piece of land, run your money at zero, and farm an extra $50,000 worth of land, because it will, you know, that's money that you're leaving on the table for a whole year. The other thing about farming is they can sell stuff, like they can sell land and equipment to retire. So like a lot of farmers won't necessarily save money for retirement because they have so many assets and land and equipment that can kind of be their retirement plan. Also, a lot of farmers retire really late. Like they'll just go until they die, or they'll retire way late. So they don't need like $2 million in savings invested to retire. They can get away with a lot less, or a combination of the two. You can get away with a few $100,000 and then sell your rest of your land or something. That first time you both tried to make a series, first to $1 million, it went downhill pretty fast. I believe this will be better. Yes, that was definitely a learning experience for us. So this is the second attempt. Not really an attempt. I would call the first one pretty successful, but this is our second series of racing to $1 million. The first one, we had some mods that made the game end way too quickly. And so we've learned a little bit more from that, and we've applied it to this series, so we hopefully are a little, you know, we're making a better series out of it. Taking a loan in farming sim, is it good or not? It's totally up to you. It's very overpowered. Loans in this game are they're too good for the player. It makes the game a little bit too easy. I don't think there's anything wrong with using it. I don't think there's anything wrong with not using it. Personally, I will either not do loans, or I will add my own extra rules for loans that make it a little more hardcore, a little more realistic. Because when you play this game, you can get to like $1 million loan pretty quickly and pretty much be done your save in a year. Loans are a little overpowered, honestly. But also, like, if you don't use loans, sometimes your playthrough can be really repetitive. Like if you don't use loans and you're playing on hard mode, you're going to have multiple in-game years where you're just doing the same thing. And that can get kind of tiring as well. Like imagine if you were just doing this for 100 hours. If you weren't doing loans and you were playing on hard mode, you'd be doing this with the exact same tractor, the exact same plow, on the exact same piece of land for 2 or 3 years before you could even buy another tractor or a bigger plow or another piece of land. And then you're going to be on that for 2 or 3 years. So loans help break that up a little bit, but you can decide how many loans you want to take out, I guess. Yeah. It's getting a hard time to repay my loan in game right now. Yes, and if you take up too much, it can be kind of a liability, that's for sure. That's it. Perfect. Wait, what? What's perfect? A maid costume. I'm not wearing a maid costume. I have a hot dog suit. That's it. That's all I get. What are the mods? You know what? I'll actually send the full mod list to Discord. If you guys aren't to Discord yet, on Twitch, go command Discord in chat. It'll take you there. On TikTok, it's in my bio. I will send the full mod list to Discord tonight because Raven had requested the mod, so I'm going to make sure he gets the mods. But when I do that, I'll just send it to the Discord so you guys can see it. And you know what? I actually have the full mod list for this save, and I have the full mod list for family game night as well. If you want it, I will send both to the farm sim chat in Discord. The loser has to wear it on stream after the series ends. We already have a punishment for this series if we lose. it's basically just money. We just basically put a lot of money on this, so we'll see. I don't want to put a maid costume on top of that, you know. Hi Derek, welcome in. Josh, thank you for the follow on TikTok, by the way. Appreciate that. Paying off loans early in the game is very important. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it depends on the size of the loan. Like, the interest that you pay on loans in this game is almost nothing. Like, you're really not losing that much money by not paying them off. In fact, one of the big criticisms of this game is that you can just take out loans and never pay them back. And honestly, you'll be perfectly fine because the loans don't really need to be paid back. So you can, you know, it's a good idea to pay them back. You'll save more money, but realistically in farm sim, like, you almost never have to do it. Oh, do I have a headland on here that'll let me? It's gonna be, man, the offset on this is so strange. Jill says, I'm running low on cash in farm sim. I still want to pay back a hefty loan. What do you suggest I do? If you're in the point in farm sim, and this will probably only happen to you on hard mode, but you know, maybe depends on how you've played it. You may end up in a particular situation in farm sim where the money you have to pay back to the loan every month is more than you make, and you're going to go into debt really, really quickly. The best thing that you could do is do all of the contracts every month and pay all of that back into the loan. So let's say I have $1 million loan and there's $100,000 in contracts this month. And every month I sleep and I go more to the negative. You know, it's another $5,000 that I have to pay in interest. Do all of your contracts every single month. It's a sucky situation to be in because contracts are brutal, but it'll get you out of that cycle where you're in negative dollars that are getting more negative. So yeah, I mean, you got to make good farming decisions, like good business decisions, and then just hit those contracts so you can pay back every possible penny, because every single little bit does actually make a difference. So do that. Austin bought another tractor. What did he buy? Austin bought another tractor, a new one? 6610. Oh, he's got two. He's got two of those four. Oh, that's smart because he can use AI to run one tractor. Okay, not a bad purchase. Not a bad purchase. I think we actually ended up making a better choice with ours, but he's taking a different strategy that I can respect, honestly. Okay, and then we'll just let's just hit it from the side here. No, we're not filling the dead furrow. This is a competitive playthrough. We're not filling the dead furrow. I know, yes, you're very smart. You have to fill the dead furrow. We're not doing it because it's a competitive playthrough. And so what we want to do is we want to min-max the hell out of this game. We don't want, you know, for the sake of realism, maybe you'd fill all the dead furrows, but we're not. We're going to leave them open because the game still counts it as plowed ground. It doesn't punish you for leaving them open. So we're going to leave them open for the sake of competition. Yes, you're right though. If you were playing realistically and you wanted it to look nice and neat, you'd fill those, but we're not going to. Because it takes more time, and time is of the essence here, actually. Okay, hold on. Sparx, you look great in a maid costume. Thank you, Mello. I think I appreciate that. But I don't think any maid costume. It's crazy how many times a year chat tries to get me into a maid costume. It's not happening. No maid dress, okay? But it's horrifying how often you guys try. Steven, thanks for the follow on TikTok, dude. Appreciate that. Welcome in. Okay, now I feel like I missed something over here. Yeah, we'll just check it from the map too. Make sure we've got all of it. But I think we're done on this field. That new thing on Twitch I see everywhere now, the maid stuff. No, it's kind of been an internet bit for a very long time. Since like the early YouTube days. It's always a bit is your community tries to get you to wear a maid costume, and it's a whole thing. It's kind of like the classic punishment for doing something wrong or failing a challenge or something like that you have to put on a maid dress, and I don't know. It's just the go-to. You used to see at TwitchCon, there's so many dudes in maid dresses. Assuming that they have failed some sort of challenge for their community, and now they had to wear a maid dress to TwitchCon. I actually made that bet this year with Emmy and Damon. I said if they both got, or I think it was last year, I said if they both got Twitch partner, that I'd wear a maid dress at TwitchCon. And they didn't do it, so I didn't have to wear one. How many subs do you want, Sparx? Just say the price. None. You can watch for free, Polaco. You watch for free. I get all the subs I need. We got some great sponsors. You save your money for yourself. Go out and buy yourself a Subway sandwich. A Subway sub. Get your own sub. How about the daily cost mod? I think that's the correct name. Haven't seen it. I'm going to look into that for my next playthrough. Look at a lot of these like hardcore pricing mods and stuff like that, but I haven't done it yet. I don't even know what map I'm going to use. Okay, so I just have to hit this line, and then we can see if this field is good. And then if it is, we can plant it. Also, I wonder how much... I think we could go a little wider here. Couple lines, like if I'm expanding it by 1 acre even, that's a lot of money. I mean, that's 20,000 bucks. Oh yeah, we can go out that way. Can't really go out that way, but we could go down a little bit. We should do it. We should do it. It is going to be worth it. Let's just move this stuff out of the way real quick. Actually, I don't know how in the way that actually is. Because we're going to be using the AI less and less, the helpers less and less now. So we can afford to push it a little bit here. I'm using a T598 is the wheel I'm using. Maid dresses and people asking for it, I feel like are the biggest thing streamers have to face nowadays. It's been years. Yeah, it's really not that. It's really not that bad, honestly. People mostly say it as a joke. I hope. Which way should we roll this? Let's go in. And we will tweak the end. So how far, you know what we'll do? We'll do a little test here. We'll allow create fields. Just flip this over real quick. Now just see how far this way I could go. I'll just box it out. Hold on. The despair in your voice when you said hope? Yeah. That's more than I thought. That's more than I thought. I feel like that's actually a little too much. Dang. That's pretty good. Okay, yeah. Let's go move that trailer real quick then. Let's pull it. I don't even know if we can pull it with the front, but we'll try real quick. See if it lets me. Is precision farming worth using? Yeah, dude. If you're more experienced with farm sim, you should do precision farming at some point. It's amazing. Some tractors let you do this, some don't. This one doesn't. Oop. And move this over. Pull this up. Why are you plowing a driveway? Because we're playing a competitive series with like 500 bucks on the line. So we're min-maxing absolutely every part of this game that we possibly can. Okay. We'll just see how far it'll let us go with that. Edders, thank you for the follow. And we want, yeah, this is facing the right way. Because like that, I mean, that's almost a whole acre right there. And if we could do the same thing on the other side, it's probably going to be a couple of acres. 20, 30, 40,000 bucks extra. And we will fix it. Oh, how far can I go? Go over a little bit. We'll fix it with the construction tool after. And wheel there. Oh, no good. Oh, I didn't have the thing on. Okay, hold on. What? Posting screenshots of the farm sim channel with your reshade? No, that's totally okay, dude. Absolutely. Yeah, hell yeah. We'll just run that. We want to be careful not to touch the two fields together, otherwise the AI really freak out. But, ooh, you know what we can do? We can run this line as far as we can. And then that'll let us get an idea for how far over we can go on the other side, too. And we'll just go as far as we can this way. So we could go to there. And then why don't we just run this one? Sparx, would you add PFS in the middle of a playthrough, or would you avoid doing that for some reason? I would avoid it. Yeah, I think if you had precision farming halfway through a playthrough, first of all, I think it'll be more overwhelming to try and learn precision farming on a bunch of fields you already have, because you have to learn it in multiple fields rather than from the start. I would do a dedicated precision farming save rather than adding it to a save you already have. Yeah, it'll just be easier to learn, because precision farming is relatively complicated, but learning it from the start, you know, when you're farming 1 acre rather than trying to figure it out on 80 acres is way better, dude. That's what we did, and I had a really good time with it. Plus, you buy different equipment, honestly. When you do precision farming, you do play the game a lot different. In the base game, plowing is so, like, you gotta plow if you want your maximum yield. In precision farming, plowing like this, you really only use to make new fields, and that's it. You'll never fully plow a field. So, you know, learning all that stuff from the beginning, buying the appropriate equipment from the beginning is a very different playthrough. I also think you'll just get more out of precision farming. You know, it's kind of like the thing where if you have like $10 million in this game, you can get into something you've never done before, but then you're going to complete it in like 2 hours. Whereas if you get into it from the start, then you get a full playthrough of doing that specific thing. And precision farming is kind of like that too. You know, you could add it to a save where you already have a bunch of equipment, and maybe it'll add a couple hours to your save. Or you can start over from the beginning, and precision farming could be a 200-hour playthrough for you instead of a 2-hour feature. And I think that would be the way to go, honestly. I'm gonna do the road here too. We really don't need the road. I could go a little bit further, but I think it's just gonna be annoying if we ever use a combine on this, because there's a little bit of a ditch there. So it ain't that different. Yes, it is. Honestly, the only people I see that think precision farming is not that different are people who play in borderline creative mode. Anybody who like actually plays survival in farming sim knows how different precision farming is and how much it actually changes your game. And if you're like a, you know, government subsidy player and you're just maxing out all your money, maxing out all your gear straight from the start, respectfully, and I mean this the nicest way, but you haven't even really played precision farming at that point. Like, you're just doing the same thing you always do. If you do precision farming right from the start and you actually care about the mechanics and you learn how precision farming works, you do realize how different it actually is. I had a lot of people tell me that before I ever started precision farming, and so I expected when I went into precision farming that it was gonna be like regular farm sim. But as a survival player who plays consistently in hardcore mode, precision farming is very different and does change the way you play the game massively. Like, it's a lot. As long as you're actually using those features, though, like, it's kind of the same thing as when a new expansion comes out and people are like, oh, it didn't add that much, and you find out they just played the new map and farmed soybeans for the 10,000th time. And it's like, well, yeah, of course you didn't think it added that much. You didn't do any of the new stuff. Precision farming can have the exact same problem. I think there's a lot of people putting it on, not changing anything about the way that they play the game, and you're just not playing precision farming at that point. You're just playing regular farm sim with a debuff. Because, like, if you're not changing the way you're farming, you're playing You're playing regular farm sim worse, you know? Okay, that actually added a ton. Now we can go the other way. I love how it gives you that feeling of needing to get your fields to 100%. Yeah, and like regular farm sim has that too, right? Like you want to get 100% yield. Precision farming lets you get even more complicated than that. You can kind of calculate a yield hit for precision farming bonus. You know, you may not see 100% yield on your field, but you know that the subsidy for having 100% like eco score on your field will be even more worth the money than whatever yield you've lost, you know? And that's something that real farmers have to calculate, you know? They have to consider. I like it, dude. It's awesome. What does it really do? So it basically adds a more advanced nutrient system. That's basically, there's two major effects that it has on the game. The first is all of your fields have an advanced soil and nutrient system. So there's different types of soil. Regular farm sim, it's all just soil. It's dirt. In precision farming, there are 4 different soil types, and you have to basically get the data to see the soil types. And then you actually treat the different soil differently. You have to get equipment that even has the ability to do that. So like a regular plow, it treats all the soil the same. But if I get like a more intelligent fertilizer spreader, now I can put a little more fertilizer in the loam and a little less fertilizer in the clay or something like that, right? And the other big thing it does is it adds an environmental score system. So in real life, in a lot of especially like really developed countries, they have subsidies for farmers who farm a certain way, in a more environmentally friendly way. So rollover plowing like this is terrible for the environment. It churns up a bunch of crap from underneath the soil. It gets super dusty. It reduces the lifetime of the soil. Like there's all sorts of negative long-term benefits to it. And so in some countries in the world, you'll actually get subsidies for not plowing or not cultivating at all, even doing full no-till. Precision farming adds those in. So the more environmentally friendly you farm, the more subsidies you can get. It also lets you get more yield out of your crops than base game farm sim does. By using all of these intelligent technologies and stuff like that. So you put like nitrogen readers on your tractors, and then that communicates with your fertilizer to tell you how much nitrogen the crop needs specifically. Stuff like that. It's really cool. They've done a really good job with it. I do hope they add irrigation to precision farming in the future. Something I'd love to see in the next farm sim. Either in the base game or in precision farming. But yeah, it's a big change, dude. Precision farm is just a mod. It's it's a mod, but it's called a DLC, and it's made by the developers. So you do find it in the mod hub, but it's technically called the precision farming DLC. It's free like a mod. It's made by the developers, not like a mod. And then they just call it a DLC, even though it's basically, yeah. That's actually, if you've watched precision farming, if you watch Clarkson's Farm, the latest season, they went to visit a potato farmer in the Netherlands, Denmark. They went to visit a potato farmer that specializes in precision farming. And if you'll watch that episode, you'll actually notice so many similarities between how precision farming is represented in real life versus how it is in the game. It's very well done. Like, it's quite similar, actually. Denmark is not the Netherlands. I said the Netherlands or Denmark, buddy. Yeah. Use your ears if you're gonna get mad, dude. Nens and Jacob, thanks for the follows on TikTok, guys. Appreciate that. In the UK, some farms get paid for using dribble bars on slurry spreaders instead of a splash plate. Yeah, there's all sorts of like little things you can apply for subsidies. The UK is actually pretty heavy into subsidies just because they have to take better care of their soil than other places, because they're like, the UK is not very big. The UK is the size of like one Canadian province or one American state, right? That's all the soil that they get. So they have to maximize their yield quite a bit. And they also have to take good care of the soil, because once they're out, there's not a lot of places to go. There's a lot of unfarmed soil in North America. There's not a lot of like untouched soil in the UK that can be used for farming. They got to take care of it. So because of that, they have all sorts of like all sorts of subsidies to encourage farmers to do that. Yeah, we're all right. Can't quite. How? Ooh, so I can't really fix that. Okay, we'll see if the AI hate that or if they'll be okay with what I've done. I might have to put the Terraform Anywhere mod in. If that's a big problem, I could debug it. It's all good. I can fix that if that becomes an issue. We can fix all this though. Fix that. Fix that. Is that a sub? J-Tub, thank you for the Prime sub, dude. I appreciate that. What the heck? Welcome in. Thanks for using your Prime in here. Okay. I think that looks good. So that's one big field. That's now our biggest field by like a long shot too. Okay, we got to stop this guy from working because he's not doing anything. We're underwater in the Netherlands. We grow it on the sea. That's true. Okay, hold on. Oh. Oh no, that's good. Batman, thank you for the follow on Twitch or TikTok. Insane name, dude. Okay. So this is all good. This is ready for seeding. 65. Does this need to be fertilized or something like that? No. This is set. This is beautiful. Okay. 80 needs to be planted. It's fully fertilized. And then this needs to get fertilized. So let's fertilize. I don't want to do this. We'll fertilize when we plant it, and then I'll go through after its first growth stage and finish it up. Okay, we got to get seeding. So let's grab our tractor. Take this plow, put it away in the meantime. It needs to be put away in other orientation. I can't remember. Try that. We'll just go put it at the factory real quick, and then we'll go get a seeder. When did we check on Austin? He's just hustling right now, so we're just letting him do his own thing because he had some bugs the last time we played, so he's just catching up from that. I'm trying not to disturb him too much. I'm even not like trolling him or anything like that right now because he's catching up from some bugs that he had from the game. So we're just gonna let him catch up. I'm not gonna troll him. I'm not gonna mess with him because I think he might already be a little bit behind because of that. It's really important to me that this is an even fight. And so I've got like a little bit of a one-way truce going so that he can catch up. I just don't want that bug to have put him behind at all. Most of our farmland in the UK is being sold to build houses. Well, that's the tough part, right? Like you need farmland to support people, but you also need houses for people to live in. So it's like, yeah, I'm not jealous of having to deal with those issues. That's for sure. Okay, so this is probably full of seeds already. Do you read chats? Yeah, Twitch chat is the priority. Just a heads up. If you like to chat, go to Twitch. The reason I do it like that is because TikTok blocks too many chats and it drives me crazy. So Twitch gets the priority. If you're a chatter, go to Twitch. If you still just want to stay on TikTok, I will get to your chat eventually. But I prioritize the platform that actually cares about its chatters, and that's not TikTok. What's the map? Gnadenthal, Manitoba. Sparx, is Microsoft Flight Sim vlogs get turned into a show on YouTube? Will you be posting more? Yeah, I think so. I've got them all saved right now. I just need to take the time to convert them into basically. Is this lime? I need to take the time to convert them, and then yeah. Oh, it's fertilizer. Nice. I'm glad we found that. And seeds. I don't think I have any seeds over here, but I wanted to check. No, we're gonna go buy some more seeds. Well, 268 liters of seeds. I think that's enough. Why don't we fill up our fertilizer that we have over there? We'll just go until we run out of seeds, and then I'll go get seeds because it may not be. It may be fine. You're looking for Petunia? Oh, she's in her spot. You know, chat. Forgot to show you. Petunia is in her spot. Oh, she hears her name. She flicks her tail whenever she hears her name. Petunia. That's so cute. Cats know their names. If your cat is not responding to their name, they don't like you. That's cats do know their names. Do you like watching those streams with missed up? Yeah, I'm gonna upload the rest. I don't think it'll be a particularly popular series on YouTube, but I'll put it up there. Just somebody will want to watch it, I'm sure. Okay. It opened the seed thing, but it didn't open the fertilizer one. Hello.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Oh, you know, just cleaning out some trees on my new property.
Okay, on your new property?
Yeah.
What'd you buy? Oh,
Bought a little piece of property.
53. What?
Yeah.
Why? What are you putting there?
Property.
What are you doing?
You never know. You never know.
Do you know?
No, not really.
That's fine too. That's nobody knows. All right, I'm curious to see.
I needed something to do. Well, I was waiting. You know.
Okay, fair enough. I'm just seeding, and then I think I'm pretty much good.
Yeah, I got a little bit left to seed, just kind of the outlines on field 6 there, and then I'm done.
I get my fertilizer to pour into my bin though. Okay.
That'll happen, time to time.
What the heck? What's going on? Oh, I fixed it. I got it. Hold on. Anyways, I'll come swing by your new property and see what's going on. See what's happening there. See if there's anything for me to take or hide or steal or.
There's nothing over there right now.
Okay. I don't believe you.
But I did buy another tractor. So.
I saw it, the Mr. Ford over here. You Ford family or what?
It's super wide. I'm not sure if you've seen how wide it is.
I actually have it in another save, and so I'm aware of the wide tractor.
It's pretty wide.
The 6010 or something like that. Is that the one?
It is 6610. Yeah.
6610. I also bought another tractor. Don't know if you saw it. Well, you did because you strapped it to your quad.
Yeah.
But rocking the AgroStar once again. Good tractor.
There you go.
Done me well in the past. I can tell you're nervous that I've got a new tractor.
No, not really.
I can hear it in your voice.
You're not doing anything substantial with it.
I can hear it in your voice. You sound a little scared. Sound a little freaked out.
No,
by how good at farming sim I am, which is fair. Because I am.
I don't think you're that good. I think
I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good. One of the best, actually.
I think you're a little overconfident there.
There's no such thing as overconfident. Oh my god, I'm planting spinach. Hold on.
Wow.
God, I hate this game. I mean, I love this game. And I'm so good at it also. And that was a real mistake. I was testing you or something.
You're testing me.
Yeah. You didn't catch it. You didn't notice I was planting spinach, so... kind of a bad farm sim player, I guess. You're scouting. Your scouts are not doing well, dude.
Maybe.
You should have.
I don't need to have my scouts going because I know you're not doing anything that's worth looking at.
You better talk to Skrillium about that. I mean, Skrillium, he's not feeding you the right information. I think you got spies that are actually out to get you. Bad look. Watching farm sim stream while playing farm sim marks my limit. I don't know what that means, but enjoy. That sounds good. Often Levi, thank you for the follows on TikTok, guys. Appreciate that. Can we troll him now? Yes. Oh, sorry. I'll mute. My bad.
Hey, what?
What? Nothing. Have fun, Austin.
Why are you trolling?
Handbrake, thank you for the 145 streak, dude. I appreciate that. Leave the cam open, pretty please. She's more beautiful than the main show. Okay, I'll leave the Petunia camera open. I was testing to see if she would hear it. It's because I look back at her. She's so sweet. What a goober. Is it a problem that I'm watching you play farming sim while I'm farming at work spraying wheat? I think if you were farming at work spraying wheat and then also watching me play farm sim and then also like had a Steam Deck and you were playing farm sim, I think that would be an issue. But I think 2 forms of farm sim at a time is fine. Yeah, you're good. You're good. We're gonna do skip lines so that I don't have to do 3-point turns, and then this will be way faster. Then we'll be done this field a little sooner. I love that directorial is so cheap and super useful when starting from scratch. Yeah, it's pretty good. I would say this one's a little bit overpowered, but it's a real, it's a real machine. It'd be kind of nice if the game balanced it out by making this like making the yield on this lower, but that's all right. We'll use it. When we're in competition mode, we gotta take advantage of everything available to us, Otherwise we're falling behind. I feel like Petunia and Meowthosaurus Rex would get along. Who is Meowthosaurus, Wesley? Is lavender oil good? Yeah, but the high price of something doesn't necessarily mean it's good if you can't make very much of it. People fall into that trap quite a bit, where they see that the price of something in game is really high, so they're like, oh, that's a good crop to do. It sells for a lot. You see people do this a lot with clothes in game, but the reality is that the price of something doesn't determine how much money you make. I know that seems counterintuitive, but doesn't really determine how much money you're going to make per year on a certain crop. Because you may make a lot of money selling it, but if you grow it and the yield, the tonnage isn't very high, or the conversion rate turning it from raw crop into oil is very high, then you're losing it. Like you're losing. You're not losing anything, but the value is lower than another crop that may be stronger in any of those two categories, you know? I have a buddy that only plants canola because it's the highest price. Yeah. Canola is not a bad crop, but it does fall into that category. It's a mediocre crop, but people might see, oh, you know, selling canola seed sells for like a lot, and then they just farm that over and over again. It's the same reason why soybeans are like everybody's go-to, is it's actually an insane amount of people who are misinterpreting that data point and thinking, oh, soybeans are the best because I can sell it at the highest price. Now that one's a little bit different because soybeans are the highest price per acre out of easy to harvest thing. Like it's very circumstantial, but it's the highest price per acre for conventional harvester crop, basically. But if you take any of the other crops and you turn it into a product, you're making more money than you are on soybeans. So it's kind of a weird thing to recommend. Just good for new players, I guess. Hi, Will. How's it going? Welcome in. Is Raven in here? He was. I don't know where he's at now, but he was. I can only do wheat and grass for cattle. There's nothing wrong with that. I just like doing something new. You know, I don't really care what I'm farming. I just don't like farming the same thing over and over again. For me, my biggest priority is I wanna see something new, you know? I want to do something new. Have you been planting the wrong seed? I did for a little bit, but I replanted it, so it should be good, but we'll see. I'm gonna need to go get more seed though. How many liters can this hold? I think 900 liters. So if we go get 1,000 liters of seed and maybe a little bit of fertilizer, we should be good. Is map on console? Yes, it is. 1250. 1250. Okay. Higher than I thought. Maybe we'll just go get 1,000 liters and then grab a little fertilizer as well. I like oats more because the prices are kind of similar and you can make bales. Sure. Like just farm what you enjoy farming. For me, that's something different. I think some people like farming the same thing because it's familiar and they know how to do it. For me, I like learning something new. But I mean, that's the beauty of Farm Sim, right? Is you just play it exactly how you want to play it. I'm almost out of coffee. I've been nooking this the entire stream. It's almost gone. I just bought a dairy factory and I have regular milk. What do I make? I think cheese is fun to make. You can bottle it and I think it processes faster, but cheese is fun to make if you don't mind handling some pallets. Butter is a really nice pallet, actually. Cheese is kind of a rough pallet. Butter's a really nice pallet if you want something, like you want to make a product, but you find pallets annoying. Butter is a very cooperative type of pallet. Venter case, I don't care about brands, honestly. Either or, it doesn't matter to me. My current rotation on Prairie Mountain, Michigan is green rye soybeans, and I find it reasonable cost return. Yeah, absolutely. Those like more conventional things to harvest are nice because the equipment you use is pretty cheap. Cheap tractors, little harvesters if you want to, so good progression. The game doesn't have very good progression for vegetables or root crops. Like you pretty much have to get rich and then start doing them, and then they're infuriating to do, but yeah, I feel that. Thanks, Bubba. I appreciate that. Cheese is just all right with me. Cheese is fun. I like cheese. I think we're gonna do that on the stream with Dad and Damon. Is we might do cheese or butter, because I think we've got 8 cows at the moment. We want to get them into a barn where we can actually get milk, but to do that, we're gonna need some straw. We're gonna need a lot of money because it's a $250,000 barn, but it'll pay off so fast, dude. Like, we'll start selling milk, and then from there we can, like, what the heck is this? Oh, freebies, nice. From there we could keep using that money to actually get more stuff. Oh.
You want to cut that out?
What's up? What's up?
You want to cut that out?
I was just gonna take that home with me. Do you need that or something?
Yeah, I do. I actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's yours, but I think I left that here last time. Hey, stop throwing stuff around. Get out of here. Take your fertilizer. Get out of here.
I'm taking my fertilizer.
This is your quad. Take your quad. What are you doing? What are you doing?
You're not gonna do anything to it.
Okay. No, nothing. Nothing's happening. Good.
Nothing malicious, I swear.
Okay, bye. A turd. My tractor's wrecked. You heard that? I didn't mute. I wanted to hear that. Rule 1, no super strength. I'll be honest with you, we break that rule a little bit for trolling. So, like, we're not allowed to use super strength to load pallets or anything like that, but we do use super strength just for the sake of, like, trolling each other or stuff like that. I don't really mind. And we'll do 500. We'll do 750 for fertilizer. And we'll load that into the back of our truck. I was loading bales and I bought and loading the bales wrong. Oh, you realize you were loading the bales wrong. Dude, in our solo save right now, we are loading like 500 bales onto the back of a semi-truck flatbed, and it's a nightmare. It sucks so bad. But we were able to get, I think, 30 or 40 bales on at once. Nah, it had to be more than that. Chad, how many bales do you think we got onto that one trailer? No, it was more. Had to be like close to 100 last time. It was a little sketchy, but we made a ton of money doing it, so I do have the Petunia cam on. Yeah, you got it. You should probably fix your tractor too. I'm not going to. I'm gonna keep trucking through with my slightly broken tractor instead. I don't want to spend the money. I could spend the money to do it, but I don't want to spend the money right now. I want to know what we're saving for first. Like, I want to know what the goal is before I spend any more money on repairs or stuff like that. We gotta be smart about this. Petunia wags her tail when Sparx laughs. What? She does? I didn't even notice that. What? No way. Oh my God, she does. What the heck? That's so cute. Oh my God, look at that. That is so cute. I never noticed that. I'm gonna stop for gas here though, just in case. That's so funny. Yeah, she's a little sweetheart, that's for sure. I wonder how much, like, how often she knows we're talking about her. Like, I wonder if she knows we're talking about her right now. I think she's asleep. Her eyes are closed. She's just dreaming. She's not even awake right now. Okay, so we got our fertilizer, we got our seeds. That'll help us finish this field. Then we finish the field at the house. And then honestly, we're basically done in September. We can do a little more fertilizing the next month, but we're pretty much done in September once we get all of this put onto the field. Which will be so nice. Holy, this is a big field, dude. How much money are we gonna make? I forget how much money we've been making per harvest. But this is gonna be wicked, dude. Just put this over here. We'll just leave it in the trailer. It's all good. Gonna move it further away this time, because I think we're gonna be in our own way here pretty quick. Nicola, thank you for the follow on Twitch. We'll drop that there. Grab a new... Oops. Grab a new seeder. Not a new seeder. Grab our old seeder. What crop are you doing? I can't get out of peas. I've really been trying. to make the math work with any other crop, and I just can't find anything that's better than peas, because I hate doing peas. I don't like how long they take to harvest. I don't like that I have to farm the same thing every single year. I do want to do a different crop, but we gotta win, right? We gotta make sure that we're winning this series, and I can't find anything that outpaces peas. Onions are close. Onions are actually surprisingly competitive. And I think if we got to the point where we were farming at a much larger scale and we could process onions and stuff like that, that we could make it better than peas. But I need $1 million just to make onions profitable. It's not a very overpowered crop, that's for sure. Oh, there we go. That's all we need for seeds. But if you title the stream Cat Cam, you get 1 view. I don't think that's terribly important to people browsing Farming Simulator, honestly. But that's very funny. Plant $1,000 bills. I think you're just getting dirt if you plant $1,000 bills. It's actually poor. I need to grab this further down. Hold on. Please pour. Please pour. Oh. So finicky with the fertilizer. Oh, don't move. And if you get it, just don't move. It'll be good. I don't know how much fertilizer this can hold. Oh, I actually filled it up quite a bit. Let's see if we can get another bag in there. Okay. Not quite. What? She's full now. Okay. Yeah, look at that. Will be good for the rest of this crop. I think I'm just going to start on the other side. Start putting it in. This is a drill, right? This is precision farming, dude. We just drill it straight in, but because this is non-precise farming, we got to do it. I've been binge watching from the start of episode 7 now. The trolling cracks me up. There's so much of the trolling that he hasn't even realized, Robert. Like, we got away with so much crap. Oh my god. I feel like in the first series, I'm going for a different approach in this series. In the first series, I was like trolling him in a way that he would see it. In this one, I'm going for sneakier trolling. So I'll just like move bales around. I'll move pallets around. I'll hide vehicles in trees. Just like things that will take him a while to notice, so that by the time he realized I did something, it's like way later. Get 18 kilometers an hour. Yeah, we want to be going full speed for this. Look at back slurp. The cat cam is the most important thing. I gotta like sometimes turn it off though, because I know the TV watchers, they like having the chat there, which is fair. Dalton, thank you for the follow. Do you have chocolate cows? We don't have chocolate cows. We'd be millionaires if we were doing chocolate cows, though. That's for sure. Well, you can do chocolate in this game, but I don't know how competitive that is. What is it? Milk and sugar? You know, I've never run the numbers on chocolate in Farm Sim. I don't think it's particularly overpowered. But it would be kind of an interesting one to try, especially in a competition series, to see if chocolate would put you way ahead. See, it takes a long time for cattle to pay off. So you wouldn't do it in a first to 1 million, but you may do it in a first to 5 million or first to 10 million. That's when I really hope we do one of those at some point, just because I think the game changes a lot when you go for those bigger numbers, because rather than just like farming and selling, which is usually what first to 1 million is like, you start to need productions to really ramp things up. And then I think you're running a way different business. So I hope we do one time. But I also hope it's like an extension of this save, maybe. And I don't know, maybe we do it on a different save. Maybe we do it on this save. But first to 5 mil would be cool because you have a lot more freedom. Like right now, in first to 1 million, I'm kind of avoiding too much production because it's expensive and it takes a few years to pay off. But if we don't have those years, it never pays off. So I hope we do a longer one at some point, and then we can really get kind of crazy. When's the next Microsoft Flight Sim 24 stream? Tomorrow, but not on this channel. So we'll be streaming on Sim Gaming Expo. If you look up Sim Gaming Expo on Twitch, you'll find it. But we're going to stream on Sim Gaming Expo tomorrow. We're going to do a few hours of Microsoft Flight Sim, and we're going to try and get the crop dusting planes. Because we did the crop dusting helicopters, and that was really cool. But we've done it now. We know how it goes. Now we want to do crop dusting planes, which is going to be really exciting. So what we have to do is we have to do a few more bush landings. And then that will let us unlock those planes. We can take our certification for... I think we need our turboprop certification, and then we can hopefully do some airplane crop dusting, which would be sweet. I don't have a yoke, so we do have to do it with a stick. I know, like, I think the air tractor's with a yoke. Oh no, air tractor. I think an air tractor is actually a central stick, isn't it? I can't remember, but we may do it a little funky. That's the one, yeah. So go follow that, chat. Hit the little heart at the top of your chat right there. Go follow that. Because we will be live there tomorrow. We will not be live on this channel tomorrow. We'll be live on Sim Gaming Expo. The Sim Gaming Expo is an expo that's coming up in Chicago in September. So we're like exactly 30 days away from Sim Gaming Expo right now. If you're in the Chicago area or you want to make a really cool trip out there, do it. Go check out SGE. We went last year, and it was one of the coolest events we went to last year. It was so much fun. We'll stream from there. We'll do some videos from there. What the heck? Okay, I don't know what happened with those lines, but now we're on a different line. We'll do some videos from there and stuff like that. We'll do a stream from there for sure. But if you're able to go, like if you're in the Chicago area, seriously go check it out. If you have any interest in simulators, it seriously is like the place to be, dude. I tried so many cool games, so many cool like sim rigs. It was a blast. I'm so excited for that trip, honestly. How often are first to 1 million streams? They're supposed to be every Thursday, but we do a lot of traveling for content. Austin and I both do traveling for content sometimes. And so with the two of us, it can be kind of hard to make it every single Thursday. But the goal is every Thursday if we're here. I think we're good all the way up until the end of September now. Like, Sim Gaming Expo may be the only one that interferes with that. That would be on the 17th. Okay, we may or may not have one on the 17th of September. But we may actually be done by then, honestly. Like, I don't think there's a lot of streams of this left. I think we are... I think we're coming up on the end of it. We'll see. It happens really fast. Like one day you're at 100,000 and the next day you're like almost at 1 million. It really sneaks up on you, and then all of a sudden like somebody has won. So I don't quite see our exit yet. Like I don't quite see our win condition yet. Sorry, I gotta get it back up to 18. This furrow's really messing with us. But I think we're less than an in-game year away, honestly. I think we can actually do it in just a few cycles. Because this field, we got to see how much money this field makes us. And then once we know, I'll be able to tell you how long it'll be until we win. I thought I maybe had it in my sights last time. Like I kind of had a rough idea for how long it would take us, but I've genuinely forgotten that math. And so I don't know how far away we are from a win. So once we see the harvest from this, we'll have a much better idea of how far we have to go still. It's just I don't really know how much money each acre makes us with the way that we're farming now. It also fluctuates a little bit too, so we'll see. I paid a lot for these fields. How much did I pay for this field? $250,000? I paid $200K for this field and $36K for this one. So yeah, nearly $250,000 for this. Man, so we've had some money and we earned that $250,000 with our other big fields. So I think this might be a $250,000 harvest between this field and the other one. I think we now might be looking at $250,000 harvest, which 2 of those in a row. Like we take a $250,000 harvest, we buy another $250,000 field, harvest both of those, $500,000, and then honestly just harvest it again. You could put some money into other money making ways at that point. But yeah, we might be like a couple of harvests away. Is it $1 mil in your account or overall? $1 mil in the account. You have to see $1 million in the account. You cannot sell land for it. You cannot sell vehicles, and you can't sell buildings for it either. So it's kind of a hard thing to get to, but it'll be worth it. It'll be worth it. $500 on the line. It's actually, what's on the line is 100 subs, 100 gifted subs. So you guys would get, well, 100 of you guys would get a free sub from Austin if we win. The last series, we won the last series. And so Austin gave you guys 50 subs, 50 free subs. We put 100 on the line this time. So we'll see how we do. Really wish they had a search bar for everything you need to search for, like prices of games, a store, what's in your silo. Either that or just organize it better. But yeah, the fact that it's organized so poorly and there's no search bar is painful. I agree with you there. What does the wheel go on and what does the Joy-Cons go on? I'm on a driving rig. So when you play simulators, you probably, like by default, a lot of people just use their desk wherever their PC is. I'm using a driving rig, which is like, how do I explain a driving rig? It's a setup with a seat and a place to mount all the gear. It takes up a lot of room in your house, so, you know, you kind of have to have a little bit of space for it, but it is worth it once you get it, that's for sure. Do you allow things like solar panels? Yes, you can use solar panels, but solar panels take 7 or 9 months or 11. It's either 7, 9, or 11 months. I think it's 11 months. Solar panels take 11 months to pay themselves back. And then after that, they start making money. So let's say you have $100,000. Let's say you buy $100,000 worth of solar panels. In 11 months, they will earn you the $100,000 you spent on them. And then after that, they're making money. But let's say you take $100,000 and you buy a $100,000 field. You're going to make $150,000 in that harvest. In the harvest that like you're going to do next. So solar panels in the regular game are a great way to think of it as kind of like a savings account. Like it's a great way to turn your money into more money if you don't need it. But pretty much everything else that you can buy, land, equipment, greenhouses, animals, it's all a better way of making money in terms of speed. So you'd really only do solar panels if you had you're kind of maxed out on what you could physically do and you wanted to just make more money from money that you didn't need. I don't know if that really makes sense. Kind of like think of it as a long-term savings account or buying stocks. Like you would buy stocks with money that you didn't need for the next year or two, and then maybe in a year or two it would be worth it, it would pay off. But realistically, if you spent that money on something that made more money, it'd be faster. How much money is 100 gifted? $500. So it's there's kind of like a $500 bet riding on this series, honestly. Or a way to go back when you're selecting your crop to plant. I don't know how many times I've gone by the crop I've wanted to do and keep missing. Oh yeah, I agree. Long-term investment? Yeah, long-term investment, but not a competitive investment. Not like, you really don't make a lot of money on stuff like that in this game. Every active way of making money is better than every passive way of making money. The exception being greenhouses. Honestly, greenhouses, they're fast. So greenhouses are kind of like, if you use the same math as used for solar panels, it takes 11 months to pay themselves off. Greenhouses in their most competitive states pay themselves off in 3 months. And then they start making money more than you spent on them after 3 months if you use them right. It's actually a little less than 3 months. So those can be a much better way of making money. But, you know, you have to move the pallets. You have to fill them with water. So they're a little more active than solar panels, which makes sense. That's why they're a little more competitive. In our particular case, we do apply kind of the same concept. So solar panels are too long term for us in this series. They're just a money sink. Greenhouses are a little more competitive. They pay themselves off after 3 months. So if we had money,
so Sparx, how much are you reseeding there?
Explain this in a second. What's that?
How much are you having to reseed there?
What do you mean?
Well, I thought you were almost done seeding, and then it looks like you still got a ton left.
No, I didn't say I was almost done seeding.
Oh, I thought you were almost done.
I'm getting there. 20 more minutes, I'll be done.
Jeez, this guy.
Sorry, this is what having real acreage looks like. I know
I'm
you
just
don't
on
know
top of
what
my
farming
acreage, unlike
multiple
you.
acres is like, but you know, some of us
you
have
just
some.
decided
some
to wait until the last possible time to.
What are you talking
to get
about?
Tractors. So.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
Yeah, you gotta progress. I'm sure
min maxing. Min maxing. I'm a League of Legends player, ex League of Legends professional. You know. I'm applying that to Farm Sim.
Man.
Are you done yet? Or are you just waiting for me or what?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean,
okay.
I'm just cutting down some trees and stuff, but I mean, I can do that at any point.
I just have like 5 more rows here, and then I have that little bit behind my house that I gotta come hit. But I've got a real seeder now, so it's gonna take like a minute.
Yeah, finally.
Yeah, we're all good. Okay, let me lock in. I was explaining something to chat. Let me lock in. All right. Oh, chat, what the heck was I saying? Now I forgot. You do have to farm in League of Legends too. That's what I'm saying, dude. What the heck? There was something I was really excited to tell you guys about. 500 American dollars. What was I trying to explain? Something about greenhouses. Oh, okay. So in how that would apply to me is, let's say, so I've got $30,000 right now. $30,000 is enough for 1 greenhouse. I will not have enough money to buy a significant piece of land with that $30,000 for a few more months. So what I should do, honestly, is I should take that 30K, I should put it into a greenhouse, and then in about 3 months, it will pay itself back, but I'll also be up a greenhouse. So I'll have invested the money that I wasn't going to use. And then in 3 months' time, I will have all of that money back, plus a greenhouse, which will continue to make more money. So I might put that into a greenhouse. We'll see. We'll see how much money I actually need to have. I have kind of a steady income with the peas that are still in the processing plants, and I can keep putting more peas in there just for a little bit of extra cash. But that just churns out some steady earnings over time. So I can spend all my money right now and not worry about going broke the next time we actually need money. How much in Canadian is 500 American? 720-ish Canadian dollars. It's a lot, actually. It's a little bit too much, but that's all right. What about windmills? Same concept? Yep, same concept. I don't know if the math is the same on windmills in terms of how many months before they pay themselves off. I'm assuming windmills are also 11 months before they pay themselves off, but I'm not 100% sure. So greenhouses and windmills, how you would do that in a normal stage. So we're not going to use greenhouses and windmills because we don't have seasonal planting on, which means basically every 4 months we complete a year's worth of harvest, right? It's very fast. So 11 months to pay off a greenhouse or pay off a windmill or a solar panel doesn't make sense. For normal farm sim, where you're playing with seasons on, which you should, because it's way more fun. If you know for a fact that you have money that you are not going to need in that in-game year, you should put it in a solar panel, because the game is on a 12-month cycle, right? So let's say you just finished your harvest, you have $1 million in your account, and you use 700,000 on tractors, new land, maybe use 100,000 on some new implements. Let's say you're left with 150,000. If there's not $150,000 piece of land that you could buy, that's just going to sit in your account for an entire year. Like, if it's not going to be enough to do anything until the next harvest, buy solar panels. Buy solar panels, buy windmills, because in 11 months, all of that money will be back in your account. So you spend it on windmills, you'll be at 0, and then every month it'll pay itself back until you're back to that amount in 11 months. So by the time next harvest rolls around, you're still going to have that same money, and you will now have windmills, which will continue to make more money over time. So you'll have the same amount of money and you'll be up windmills, which again, over the next 11 months are going to double that money again. So yeah, it's a really good like long-term strat for the game. Amy's spying on me. What's up? Oh, I can't see that. I thought you were just standing there looking at me. There's a crack in my door, and she was just, I saw her looking in here. She was opening a garbage bag, but I thought she was just standing there smiling at me, which is fine, but it's a little bit unnerving. Sparx, I need a good USB splitter. I just get them on Amazon. Cheap ones on Amazon. I don't go too crazy, honestly. How much money do you make streaming? Streaming is actually not that much. I make most of mine through like videos and stuff. So I make anywhere from 500 to 1,000 a month on YouTube. I make 2,000 to 4,000 a month on Twitch. Couple $100 on Facebook. Those are like the major ones. And then I'll do a couple of sponsored videos every month. You know, I'll usually do those for, it really depends. I don't even really have a normal rate I could give you. I'll do them anywhere from free gear to a few $100. Maybe I get a set of free microphones, maybe a few $100 and a set of free microphones, you know. And it all kind of adds up. So when you're streaming, you really rely on a bunch of little sources of money. So when you have a job, your job pays you all your money. The government takes about 1/3 of it for taxes, and your job gives you all of your money. Maybe you have a side hustle where you make something, but that's like more advanced. Streaming is like having 20 side hustles that make a few dollars each. So like I'll maybe make $5 to $50 a month on merch, you know, and that'll be a little bit of money there. I'll make maybe $10 a stream on ad revenue on Twitch. Maybe it's a big month for subs and we get a little extra bonus here and there. And the other thing is it fluctuates. So like some months as a streamer, you may make $1,000. That's it. That's not even enough for rent. And some months you maybe make like $6,000 or $7,000. So you use the big months to subsidize the little months and make sure you can pay your rent and stuff like that. I think it freaks some people out when they see the finances, because it's like, there's always the thought of like, well, what happens if you have two $1,000 months in a row? How do you pay your rent? You have to kind of like be ready for those things. You kind of have to be like, you have to be pretty good with money if you're gonna be a content creator. That's for sure. Sparx, how's your week been? It's been good, Shmuel. Welcome in. What's the best deal you made with a sponsor? Unfortunately, most sponsor deals are under NDA. I'm a very transparent person because that's something that when I wanted to be a streamer, when I first started thinking, hey, I could do this streaming thing full time, there was no information on the internet about how much streamers actually make and how to know when you can support yourself and stuff like that. I try and be as transparent as I can so that other people have that information, because I know it's not out there. Most sponsorship deals are covered by a non-disclosure agreement, which means I can't really share them. What I can say is they're all over the place. There's everything from maybe it's a one-time deal for a few $100. Maybe it's a 1-year deal for a couple $1,000. Like there's no consistency with them, really. You just got to navigate them one at a time, I guess. You should never count on those though, because they're not terribly consistent. You may work with one company for 1 month and a different company the next month and a different company the next month. So I would set up your more reliable ways of making money first, and then you know, you can look for sponsors. Think of sponsors as extra money that you get, stuff you can put into savings or save for how, like Amy and I are saving for a house right now. I take most of our sponsorship money and I just hold on to it for that, you know. Fair enough. Didn't think you could share, honestly. Yeah, that's the problem, right? And if it was up to me, I would share it, but the companies have specifically requested that we don't share that information because it's their business, right? Like they don't want competitors hearing how much they're spending on stuff like that. I get it. I worked in that industry for a long time. It makes sense. I would share it if I could. If you're curious about this, though, one of the first times I've really seen somebody be transparent about it, was Ludwig at Streamer University this year. He's got a few videos of the classes he was teaching in Streamer University. He breaks down how much he makes. Now, keep in mind, he is one of the biggest streamers and YouTubers in the world. His numbers do not reflect the average streamer at all. Like, in a month, he makes 10 times what I make in a year. So, like, those aren't the kind of numbers that you should base streamers' income off of. But he does a really good job of showing how it's a lot of little things that are adding up into something you could pay your bills with. He also does a really good job of showing the expenses. I think a lot of streamers like to flex and be like, oh, I made this much this month. Look how good I'm doing, but they won't tell you how much they've spent on editors, you know, like you may make $30,000 in a month, but you may spend $29,000 a month on an editor. Not me, at that level, at like the big level. So I think he did a really good job of showing how you got to give and take some, you know. Use a PC or a laptop? I use a full PC. I do have a laptop that I use for editing though, which is kind of nice. How long did it take you before you decided to go full time? 7 months. Okay, don't use that as like, if you want to do content full time, take longer to do it. I went 7 months from my very first stream until the day I quit my job and went full time. That was too short. It was an insane bet that I don't like. It paid off, but I don't think the average person should make that same bet. I don't think anybody else should make that same bet, no matter how above average they may be. Don't make that same bet. Like, that's too short. I'd give it a few years. The advice of wait until your streaming or your content income is worth as much or more than your real job is good advice. Take the time and hustle for it. I was in a very strange position that kind of forced me to do it earlier. That's a gamble. Yeah, it was a gamble. But basically, first of all, I had a really good job. And so I had a lot of money in savings. So I was able to make that bet, but not worry about feeding myself. I lived with Amy, who also had a really good job and was able to pay all of our bills, even if, you know, streaming wasn't making any money. I didn't have any kids. I didn't have any medical expenses. I had nothing. So I was in a really good position to do it. But even then, it was kind of it's not long enough for sure. Do you edit your own vids? Some of them. Yeah, I have a couple of editors for different projects. So I hire about 5 editors at any given time, and they all work on different things. And then I do some editing myself as well. So if you're watching my content on TikTok, like my regular videos on my main account, it's either me or it's Unstable Sparky, another editor, another streamer here on Twitch. He is my main short form editor. If you're watching the YouTube videos, that's a different editor. If you're watching the clips, it's either the same guy that does YouTube or it's MEQ, who also streams on Twitch, or it's another editor who wants to remain anonymous, which I totally respect. So it really depends on what you're watching. And then, yeah, I edit myself for some content. You're a good editor? I'm not. I appreciate you saying that, but I'm actually... I thought I was a good editor until I started working with real editors, and it made me realize that, no, I am a passable editor. I can barely make the videos that I want to make. Once you see a good editor, like go watch the YouTube videos, that's a good editor. I am nowhere near that level of effects and timing and like just kind of skill in general. And he does them fast too. Those would take me weeks to get even close to that. And he knocks them out in a week, less than a week. It's unbelievable, dude. Okay, I think that's fully planted. Oh, we just have to hit the top. It looks like there's some stragglers at the top. And we'll just run this other side real quick too, see what happens. Do you do poplar ever? No. Poplar is not a terrific crop, honestly. I know we ran out of fertilizer. That's okay. We actually need to hit this with some fertilizer from the fertilizer spreader anyways, so I'm not too worried about that. As long as we get the crop itself in, we're good to go. We should actually check the fertilizer level here. Yeah, so that lighter stuff we'll have to hit. Looks like we ran out at some point. I don't know when we ran out. We ran out doing that bottom section. Okay. That's totally fine. And then we'll just get the top real quick. Hi, Faber. How's it going? Welcome in, dude. Who's winning the race to 1 mil? It's too early to say. We're pretty close right now. I think part of the reason that it's hard to say who's winning right now is we're actually very close. So it's hard to say who's actually in the lead here. I think Austin had been in the lead for the last probably 4 or 5 streams. I think now I might be set up to beat him within 3 harvest seasons. We'll see. I don't know about that. It's hard to say with this field because I really don't know how much yield is going to come out of this field. I just know that we've got a lot of land now and we have made the most of it. That's for sure. Okay, that's all good. Let's go top this up. We've got half an acre to plant. It's going to take 3 passes. We got half an acre to plant and then all of our stuff is in for the year. Millie, thanks for that follow, dude. Appreciate that. Best crop for money? Honestly, it really depends on what you enjoy doing. I mean, you're not gonna farm the same thing every single year just for the money. Like, just do something you think is fun. Unless you're in a competition series like this, do something you think is fun. Yes.
So quick question here. So I bought that piece of property and I've kind of had a plan change.
Okay.
Harvested some trees off of it.
Ooh.
Are we considered field flipping if I go to sell it now?
Yeah, because I actually had a field that I bought with the exact same intent, did the exact same thing, and then wasn't allowed to sell.
Okay.
So I
this
think
wasn't a field though.
unfortunately
There's no field on it though.
Same with the one I bought. I bought all those trees, and then I was told I wasn't allowed to sell them. So yeah, we gotta stick with it. You're gonna have to figure out how to make it profitable.
I guess, yeah.
Sorry, them's the rules.
Yeah, I guess.
Unless you want to let me get a free 100,000.
Okay, what are we considering not field flipping though? Because we sold fields afterwards.
Yeah, so as long as you've farmed it once, you're good. But I'm not really sure how we're applying that to like trees, like forests. Because I was told that I couldn't sell my little forest, which is fair because cutting it down and then immediately selling it would be field flipping. But I don't know how long we're obligated to hold on to it if it's a forest. I don't know, chat. What do you think? Here, let me share chat for a second.
What are we thinking?
Chat, what do you think about forest? Like, obviously, like buying a forest and then selling it within the same year is 100% field flipping. But if you're not going to replant it, like, when is it field flipping and when is it legit, chat? I don't know. What do you guys think? I kind of like maybe if we sell it after 1 year of keeping it, then it's fine. Or maybe just plant something and harvest it once and then you're good. Like turn it into a field and then harvest it once, plant something fast.
Well, I think the rule we kind of had set out for normal fields was that you at least had to, if you bought it, you had to harvest it and then plant it again and then harvest it again. After that, you could sell it. That
made sense. So what do we do with trees? Because you're not going to plant more trees and then wait 2 years to sell it.
Do I need to cut it for hay and bale it? Like,
is there grass on it?
Yeah, there's grass on it.
I like that. Cut it for hay and then bale it and then you're good.
If we're saying 1 year keep, we've both technically broken that rule.
Well, I've farmed everything at least well, frankly, I've farmed everything at least 10 times, but yeah, I don't like the 1 year rule because I don't even think this game is going to last another year in game.
It won't.
Oh man, that's a tough one.
I
think
bought it with
planting
the original intent of keeping it, and then my plan kind of changed.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
I would
I
say,
don't know.
yeah, Canada says I think planting it once and harvesting it once is good, then sell. I like that. But like in your case, like, do you have to plant it? Like if it's grass, right? Like what is it, grass and trees?
So I'd have to cut it, bale it, and then I could sell it. It's grass and trees. It had a house on it.
And you didn't take the money from the house, right?
No, I removed the money from the house.
Yeah, I mean, how many trees was it?
It was, I think there was maybe like 10 trees on the property.
Holy. Yeah, I'd say cut it and bale it. Cut and bale it, and then it's probably good.
Might have been 10 or so. Yeah, probably 10.
Chad, are you happy with that? Cut it and bale it, and then he's good to sell it. I'd say if you replant the trees, that's fine. Then sell. Don't have to wait for them to grow. Just replace what you took in the first place. No, because replanting trees is so cheap. We could abuse the hell out of that rule. That would be worse, actually. Yeah, cut it, bale it, sell it. It should be fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wanted to check because obviously we're trying to abide by each other's rules, so.
Yeah, I think that seems fair. I don't know if you see any issues with that. And then like, as long as we're not abusing that rule, I'm not really sure how you would on this map. I think there's maps that have so many trees you could. Like you could buy it and then cut it, bale it, sell it. But this map doesn't have enough trees for that to be a legit strat.
No,
so.
And you bought the one plot with a ton of trees on it.
I did. I bought the only one with trees.
Yeah.
Ooh,
like this
stump
is just
removal?
in town.
Well, we can't loan equipment, so buying a stump grinder just to do it, and then, oh, that is a good rule though, is removing stumps.
I mean, it could be another option if you didn't want to cut it and bale it.
Say either cut or bale and then remove stumps.
If that's what we're presenting as a valid option. I don't know. Stump grinders aren't cheap.
No, but you can buy them and sell them, and then they only cost you like $1,000.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. I mean, it's technically the same with the hay equipment.
I'm cool with cut it and bale it. If chat's cool with cut it and bale it, I'm cool with cut it and bale it. I think it's fine. Sure, you probably made a little more money than what's fair on there, but unless you're going to do this multiple times and use it as a strategy, I'm really not too worried about it.
Like trees are a pain, honestly.
Trees are a pain. They take forever. And at this stage in the game, they're not winning you the
honestly,
game.
I have nothing. I have literally nothing else to do. So it was either this or sit around and fish, basically, for the last like 45 minutes to an hour.
Okay. Cut it and bale it. Cut it and bale it. I'm cool with that. And then let's call it. And then we just will be careful not to do that again.
I don't think we have any. I don't think we have anything other than hand tools for cutting and baling. Really sucks.
Good luck. Have fun with that.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. Yeah,
all
chat,
right.
I'm cool with that. Okay. Enjoy. Have fun.
Yep.
Ryan, thank you for the galaxy on TikTok, dude. What the heck was that for? I'm so sorry. I was in the middle of talking to Austin. Thank you for the galaxy. What the heck was that for? I'm just going to do this really quick, and then this is going to be a disgusting set of lines, but I just want to get it done. Grind the grass and cut the stumps. Yeah, I mean, I don't think having to do both makes sense. Stumps they are expensive. Like, he'd lose money cutting stumps. I think cutting and baling is the way to go, and then we can call that good. If one of us started doing that as like a strat, I think we'd have to be more serious about it, but I don't think either of us feel like cutting trees enough for that to be a strategy, so we won't worry about it. First to use OBS, I use Streamlabs actually. It's basically like a repackaged OBS with some extra features. It's pretty good. Loving this series. Thanks, Devout. I appreciate that. Almost done with this. And then I will just need to fertilize real quick, and then we're good. What's that hand grass roller for? It isn't working on my grassland, even though it's turned on. It doesn't work on, wait, the hand grass roller? Grass rolling's a little funky. It does actually work on grass, but I think it only works on field grass, Kieran. And then in the save we have with Dad and Damon, it was being really weird. There's something weird going on with rolling grass. I couldn't tell you. It seems like in the same year that you plant it, maybe it's bugged. You have to harvest it again and then it works. I don't know. It's strange. I have no idea. Ooh, ooh, ooh. How do you mute your Discord without your mic muting? Because my mic is going straight into OBS and my Discord is its own thing. So I press a button that mutes it on Discord, the app. But it's not a hardware mute on the mic. My hardware mute on the mic is right here on the mic. That mutes it on everything, but it's a software one. 20 gifted subs, you can field flip whatever. I like that. That's good. Of course, that would put you at risk of losing 500 when you lose the series, so maybe that's not worth it. It's a known glitch while rolling. Oh, okay. Sounds good. Yeah, I haven't done a lot of grass in Farm Sim 25, and so I'm not familiar with all of the mechanics and bugs for grass. In Farm Sim 22, I did a ton, but then I got kind of sick of it by the time Farm Sim 25 came out. So I really haven't touched a lot of silage myself. Also, by the time I was doing silage in Farm Sim 25, I was just fertilizing grass because typically I was doing it to support like a ton of cows. And so I would just take slurry and manure and I'd use that instead of rolling instead. Yeah, this is an insanely bad field, but that's fine. Then we just got to get this corner and we're set. Want to get away from grass, not many options starting from scratch. Yeah, I think that's the one people always think of. Chances are you'll have to do it at least once, but
just
yeah.
Subscribed at
Homer.
for 18 months.
No freaking way, dude.
You don't want to be my friend on Discord.
What?
You make me sad. Happy Friday.
No, because people call me if I add them as friends on Discord. I used to add people as friends on Discord all the time, and I started getting random calls. So now my policy is I don't add anybody on Discord. You can thank whoever tried to call me a million times. Multiple people trying to call me after I added them on Discord for that one. Over, thank you for the tier 3 sub for 18 months, dude. That is insane. Thanks for supporting the stream. Enjoy your new badge, your brand new red badge for 18 months. And also, how's it going? Welcome in. I would say it wasn't my fault. No, it wasn't your fault. I'm pretty sure it was somebody I ended up blocking, and I don't think they're still in stream. I'm certain I blocked whoever it was. So they might have even got blocked on Twitch, honestly. Do you remember your first stream? Yes, I do. In my very first stream, it was on TikTok, and the camera was over my left shoulder like this, looking at the... What is all this? What is that? Oh my god, is this fertilizer and seeds? I forgot about this. What are the chances that we just ran that over, dude? Oh my god, no way. All right, let's put this back in the seeder, I guess. That's awesome. I didn't know those were there, dude. It's been too long since we played. Okay, is it all fertilizer or what? No freaking way. That's awesome. Fertilizer. It's all fertilizer. It's definitely mine. It says that it's mine. It actually tells you on the bags, but... Okay, well, we'll load this bad boy up, and then we'll probably get the trailer and bring this. That's amazing, dude. Okay, enjoy, Homer. Okay, okay. Get in there. Free fertilizer, the best kind of fertilizer, baby. Do you use King Mods? No, King Mods is a nightmare of a website. Actually, I shouldn't say no. I do have one King Mods mod in this save because we needed it for spinach. But King Mods is a garbage site, dude. That is... how people ever navigate that without getting malware on their PCs is, you know, a mystery to me. But they also just do so many underhanded, crappy tactics to serve you as many ads as they can. Whoever runs King Mods should, like, low-key be ashamed. Go. It's a money grab is what it is. Like, they technically provide a service, but King Mods is the biggest money grab I've ever seen, dude. Okay. That is good. Let's go bring this back, put it away. Then we'll bring a fertilizer out here. And we'll get some fertilizer moving too. Have you seen they're going to release Construction Sim Evo as early access for PC only and delay the console releases? I have, and it's good. I know it's frustrating when a game gets delayed, but I can't really talk about my experience, but I can, now that it's public, I can confirm that I did playtest Construction Sim. I can't talk about any part of the playtest, but I noticed that it's public, like who is in the playtest is public. People have already called me out on it because in their Discord, they gave the playtesters like a badge. And so people picked up on it pretty quick. I did playtest Construction Sim Evolution. I'm super excited for the main release. I do think that anytime a game delays, it's the right choice. You only get one chance to release your game. And if you release garbage, people don't give your game a second chance. Gaming execs still think that this is true, that people can give your game a second chance, but 9 times out of 10, they don't. And so you gotta release a game that's truly ready to be released. In the case of Construction Sim, if they don't feel it's ready for full release, then an early access period or a delay is the right move. You'll never see me being upset that a company has delayed a game. And that's the reason is I really do think that, oh, I can't fertilize that yet. I need to wait at least a month. And the reason is I think anytime you're delaying a game, you're saying, hey, you guys aren't going to like this yet. We're going to keep working on it so it's actually good. And that's always the right choice, in my opinion. GTA 6 better be a dang masterpiece then at that point. Yeah, like the GTA 6, and as close as we are to the release, and as excited as everybody is about the release of GTA 6, if it needs to be delayed again, they should do it. I would rather get a really solid game than stuff that's not ready to play. If it means we get it a year from now. If they've delayed GTA 6 for 5 years because they thought it had to, and it's not going to happen, you know, I think they should do it. Would I be disappointed that we aren't getting the game as soon as we thought we were? Of course. Like I'd be, oh man, I'm so excited to play that game. But I wouldn't be upset that they did it. I would be happy that we're gonna get the best product. And in a way, I think a delay is actually a good sign because it shows that the developer and the publisher and everybody involved knows that they want to release the best product possible. If a game is like not gonna be ready, but everybody's pushing for it to be released, you're gonna get crap. And a delay signals to the rest of us that that company cares about the product. Again, as disappointing as it is to not be able to play a game as early as you thought, it does at least show that they genuinely care about creating the right product. And so I'll never be upset that a game has been delayed. I have no doubts with Rockstar. They make great games. If they need to delay it, there's a good reason. Yes, I agree. And like, the reason you know that a delay is necessary is because a delay sucks on the business end. There's all sorts of people involved who have these quotas and targets and bosses to answer to and shareholders to make happy. Like, there's serious repercussions to delaying your game. So when you do it, you're basically saying, hey, we know this is going to make a lot of people upset. This is going to suck from a business perspective, but it needs to happen. It really shows that they care about the product. I think it just seems the wrong way around that they do release date or time, then do a playtest, say it's delayed. Wouldn't it be better to just keep it as a coming soon? I think for more experienced game developers, you kind of do have a good idea of your timelines. The thing about a playtest is for a game to be in a playable enough state to get playtested, it's getting close to coming out, you know? Like, playtests are not polished versions of the games, but even for a game to be playable by a large amount of people, it's really close to coming out already. So I see where you're coming from. I see the confusion of like, hey, if they already know, if they already have a release date, why would they give it a playtest? But realistically, to have a playtest, it has to be close to release anyways, so it makes sense. Yeah, kind of frustrating though. There's so many garbage pre-releases that are unpolished and hardly playable nowadays. I'll gladly wait for a 100% finished project. Me too. And we need to put that message out there honestly, because there is a lot of people at the executive level in gaming. Like, gaming's a big business these days. Unfortunately, the people making the biggest decisions in gaming right now don't play video games. There's some outliers. There's some, like, people who seem to be knowledgeable about games and like games and care about games that are making executive decisions, but we're at a point now where it's a video game is a product, and a lot of the people making the big decisions don't use the product. And that's why we're getting so much garbage like that. The people who decide not to delay a game have never played a video game. They're just there for the money. And worse yet, they see these games that release and then have a little bit of a redemption arc, and then they're like, oh, we could just do that. We could just do what No Man's Sky did. Nobody liked No Man's Sky on release. We could just release it, and people will like it later. They'll learn to love it. We'll fix it after it comes out. And that's an outlier. They are not seeing all of the games that come out not working, that nobody ever touches again, ever. They just see these crazy outliers where it worked one time, you know? Yeah, I think I'm going to get a greenhouse. So this is a few months out. I think I'm good to get a greenhouse, chat. So we're gonna do that. I do need I need a water trailer though. How much is a greenhouse? Okay, hold on. Construction, greenhouse. I think it's a factory, right? Greenhouse. Mushrooms aren't bad. What do you think is more competitive, mushrooms or probably tarp greenhouses? I could do one of these and maybe a smaller one on top of it. I gotta move some stuff around, but I think that's a good move. And I also need a water trailer. Let's buy the water trailer first. And I really don't care how... Oh, I should care how small it is, because if it's too small, it's gonna suck. How much does a water trailer actually cost? Oh, 6,000 bucks. I'm gonna big brain the hell out of this is what I'm gonna do. Yeah, I am. How much does this hold? 1,600 liters? I have such a good idea. I have such a good idea. I don't know if you guys picked it up by looking at what I was doing, but give me 1 second. I got such a funny plan. Okay, so not... Actually, we're going to move that because we're going to need this space. This is going to work so well. Bonji, thank you for the 10 roses on TikTok. Ryan, thank you for the GGs, the 51 GGs on TikTok as well. Lucas and Yeomans, thank you for the follow on TikTok. 13 years in between games is quite good. It's quite a while. Good thing GTA 5 was so popular. Yeah, I mean, there's no standard for how long to put in between your games at the end of the day. Rockstar is known for taking a lot longer to build a game that lasts a long time. Like a game that people are going to play for an actual decade. So the fact that they take so long between releases, I think is fine in their case. There's developers that take a long time between releases but don't necessarily earn that right. Like Bethesda's kind of bad for that. Bethesda takes as long as Rockstar to release a game, but their games aren't nearly as good as Rockstar's are. And so they're kind of pushing it, you know, like they're probably taking longer than their games deserve, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's the same argument. What do you want them to do? Release earlier and release garbage? I think it's just take as long as it takes to make the game, I guess. Just made 1.4 mil for barley with 209k environmental score bonus. I think on 40-ish acres. That's really good, dude. All right, just gotta move a few of these around. Forgot that I would need a water carrier. That part sucks, but I've got a really good idea. We're gonna make a water carrier that doesn't cost 17k. It's going to cost me 800 bucks, and it's going to carry more water than a $6,000 water carrier. I'm going to convert this into a water carrier by destroying this game. by abusing the hell out of this game, dude. I think Poplar's pretty good. I just made 6 million off my harvest on a 30-acre field. Yeah, it's a good crop. Poplar isn't as good in terms of how much time it takes to plant and harvest, and then the amount of time it takes to grow. You end up having kind of a mediocre crop. People just see the big number when they harvest it and they're like, whoa, that's crazy. But you probably put like 20 hours into the whole harvest and you have to wait 14 months for it to grow. Yeah, it's draining, exactly. It's not a terribly fun crop, but it is good money. It won't help us here. We will not probably even get to the point where the poplar is grown. I think we're less than 14 in-game months away here. Do you ever watch Millennial Farmer on YouTube? I don't. I actually have never heard that name before. That was good, Machinery. Enjoy. Got a farm stick for my birthday and had to send it back because it didn't work with the G920. That's not true. 100% it works with the G920. So I hope you didn't send it back yet, because on every platform it works with the G920. That is not a real problem. That trailer converts down like that? I didn't know that. What is this guy doing? Austin, what are we looking at here?
What's that?
What are we looking at?
A sickle.
What have you done with your tractor?
Oh, you mean my tractor?
Yeah.
Oh, put wides on it.
Why?
Because I can.
Just for fun? Okay.
Yeah.
Are you having fun here?
I'm having a blast. Are you ready to fast forward time?
Almost. I'm just
Almost.
going to...
What else could you possibly be doing?
Nothing.
Okay, great. Let's fast forward time then.
Well, I got one more thing to do.
You said you were doing nothing.
Well, I mean that in like the suspicious way.
Suspicious way. What else could you possibly be doing?
I'm making a water trailer.
Making a water trailer.
Yes.
For what?
Water.
There's nothing that needs water on your farm.
There will be.
Well, there will be.
I need some water. I'm innovating.
Innovating, huh?
Yep. I'm innovating. I'm so good at innovating, dude. You wouldn't even believe.
Okay. Well, I've been ready to fast forward time for a while now, so.
I'm almost ready. Give me like 10. I'll be good to go.
Alrighty. You said 20 minutes, but like it's already
How long ago was that?
45.
What?
That was like 45 minutes ago.
No.
Yeah, it has actually.
What? Okay, give me a few more minutes. I'm innovating.
This was just.
I'm doing science.
Mark, this was just
What?
so you could get ahead on planting, not so you can do other stuff.
What do you mean? Yeah,
We got 30 minutes left on stream here. Like we gotta get things moving.
All right. Give me a few more minutes and I'll be good.
What could you possibly be doing?
I'm making a water trailer.
For what?
Water.
Oh my goodness. All right, you got 5 minutes.
Okay, deal. Okay, you ended at 5? Yeah, we're ending at 5. Okay, chat, check this out. Check this out. It doesn't look good, but it is gonna work. Okay, ready? Look at this. 800 bucks, easy water trailer. No need. Oh, shoot. Oh, can this actually fill? I gotta go deeper into the water, I think. I think they have to basically be touching the water. So we gotta like drive them in. Like that. Perfect. Look at that, 1,600 liters, dude. Oh, because of the weight, it lifted itself out of the water. The only problem is the straps. Okay. Full. We're good. That's the cheapest water trailer I've ever seen. Yeah, that's right. And then we take this back to the farm and we go buy a greenhouse and we fill it up with this. I can't actually move them when they're full of water. I can pick them up when they're not full of water, but once they're full of water, I can't pick them up anymore. So I need to get it right in the right place. You should get the tilt deck trailer for this, be easier. Yeah, but then I may as well just buy a water trailer. If I buy another trailer to do this, I may as well just buy a water trailer, dude. But we'll see. How rid of the joysticks because I want one for Christmas. Fantastic, dude. They're amazing. That guy who said he sent his joystick back because it didn't work with the G920 ever get back to us? Because they 100% work with the G920. There's millions of people using them. Oh, is Austin coming to check out our stuff? You're doing this with your save now? Perfect. What is he doing? Can I help you?
Chat, he doesn't suspect the thing. He doesn't see me.
How'd you dislocate your shoulders like that? That looks bad.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I think they're like tucked into your chest, actually. You're like a turtle.
I don't even know what you're talking about, man.
I think you do, actually.
Who are you talking about specifically?
I think I've got a stowaway on my water trailer.
Nah.
You know what we do with stowaways on water trailers?
I'm not a stowaway in a water trailer, but what out of curiosity, what do you do?
You ever seen a hot dog slicer?
Wait, a hot dog slicer?
Yeah, a hot dog slicer. It slices
no, I can't
cylinders of meat into nice, neat little slices.
That sounds like something you would know.
Yep.
You know what that is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And guess what happens? We use it on the stowaways when we get to our destination.
Oh.
Yeah. Do you have any cylinders of meat you don't want to get sliced, Austin? By any chance?
I mean, I plead the fifth. Okay.
New conspiracy theory just dropped. Austin does not have a meat cylinder he would mind getting sliced. That's fine. No, you're good. You're good. You do your thing.
I'm curious to see what you're doing here.
I'm farming.
Oh, look at that. Look at that.
Go. Oh. Might have wrecked something. That's okay. Okay. Should I clip that? Yes. Yes, you should. Yes, you should. Okay. Turn that one on. Turn that on. I don't know how much water these need. I feel like this should be enough. Take a look. Okay. And now, chat, like this. I might need to get one more load of water, but I might put down one of those rice things. Oh, shoot.
You know, I'll talk to you later. I'll talk to you later.
Okay, sounds good. Start to make that stowaway walk the plank. I agree. Okay, so we got some lettuce greenhouses. And now we just have to figure out how much water to put in here. No spare capacity for water. I think we have to back it up. Might be tough. We might have to drop them out of the trailer. Maybe it just needs to be closer. We put that right there. I don't think it's low enough to the ground, chat. This might be more trouble than it's worth. Close this door. Get in there. Come on. Reverse it out. We might have messed up because this might need to be closer to the ground in order to work. Set lettuce to distribute so we can't troll the pallets. We banned trolling pallets, actually. It ended up being too overpowered of a strategy because you can't find pallets once they've been moved. So we banned trolling pallets instead. This definitely has capacity for water. Okay, well, that one's in. So that big one is gonna use... Shoot, it needs 4,000 liters of water? Are you kidding me? That's a ton, dude. Oh, but it's per month, so I can wait a little bit. That's fine. We can get it the next day instead. So I'll just fill them up enough for one day, which 1,000 liters should be enough for one day for both of them. And I think I might have done something to my plow. Yeah, that's 100% stuck in there now. But I bet we could get it out. Oh, might get itself out. I accidentally placed the building with the plow in the building. I could attack attached to it, but I feel like it's gonna flip my tractor. Hold on. Put that there for now. See if that's low enough. Shoot. Okay, so this isn't the best strategy. A little push. There we go. Oh, it just has to be low enough. Okay, that should be enough. They should run out of water. Okay, Austin, I'm good to skip to the next month. Are you good to skip?
I'm doing something. Hold on.
Oh my God. Oh my God. How much money does he have?
Sorry, man. Plans changed.
None more.
You know.
Again? Are you keeping this land now?
Yeah. This was
Okay.
my original plan.
Oh, okay. Austin's putting down 2 more greenhouses. Okay. That's, I mean, yeah, I noticed. What you planted?
No, don't worry about it.
Okay. Just checking.
Don't worry about it.
Quite the plan. Is this going to be greenhouse central? You're putting down like 70 greenhouses on here or what?
Pretty much.
Okay. Good strat.
Pretty much
Not
the
bad.
idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
How much does that cost you? A little water thing right there.
A little bit of money. Pretty much nothing.
Oh, it really did cost you pretty much nothing. Oh, I'm going to put one of those on my land.
Oh,
Good
steal
idea.
my ideas, I see.
Yep.
Fantastic.
I don't accidentally convert my entire property to a rice field.
That would suck.
I've done it.
The heck? Does this not work anymore? Did this method get patched?
Oh, before I do that. Okay, hold on. You do your thing.
Wait. Nah. Nah. There's no way. There's no way.
That's rough. That's rough.
That'd be so absurd to patch.
I doubt it got patched. I just don't think it's full enough. You don't have water. You just have wet dirt right now.
No way. I think it got patched.
Oh, you do have a real one over here.
I think it got. I don't think it works anymore.
Perfect. That's what we like
Gotta
to
be
hear.
kidding me. That is crazy. I can't believe that.
Well, what a shame. Sorry to hear. Better go get some water then. The old-fashioned way.
Oh, man.
Oh, I'm trapped in here.
I can't believe that.
If it helps, I need to go get more water in the next in-game day. So, you know, if we want to pass time.
Give me a minute. Give me a minute. I need to go and get some water here.
I wonder if they actually did patch it. He's
That would
lying?
be
I think he's
crazy work to patch that out of all
lying.
things.
He's trying to get me to not do it. I agree with you. He's sneaky. You got to be careful with this one.
Yeah, I'm kidding. It's working. It's definitely working. You should definitely waste your money on that.
I'll just let you figure it out real quick. Real quick first.
I think you should definitely waste your money on that.
No, that's okay. I'll let you handle it.
I can't believe they patched that. Like, what the heck?
It's actually
Since
working,
when?
Chad?
That's been a feature for like since the game was released.
Just pay 10K for the windmill? Yeah, also just pay 10K for the windmill.
Yeah,
Way better.
hilarious.
Okay, well, Austin does that. I guess I'm going to get more water. In the meantime, yeah, we'll share chat.
I can't
Cousin
believe
Austin's
that.
causing issues? Yep. Once again, Cousin Austin. Causing
Why am I
problems.
causing issues all of a sudden?
I don't know. That's just what chat said. I'm agreeing. Seems about right. And I'm pocket watching because that's how you win this, by the way. That's how you win these games. as you pocket watch like crazy. Oh no, I didn't think about how unstable this would be. Okay, we won't tell him that, Tiger. Even though you just typed in the shared chat, we won't tell him that. That's a good point. He's actually like not that far away. Where's the closest water for me? Ah, it's about the same. I think this is the closest source of water for me, unless I can put a new one down. Tazuki's trying to cheat the game, and the game found out, and they patched it. That's funny. I like to think that they watched this specifically and then patched it. Like last time. It was so funny. Thanks, Giants. Thanks for the win, Giants. Appreciate that. You guys are the best. Hi, Skrellium. I see that. Good, Spy. I'm glad. I'm glad to see that's working. You tried it on your save. Oh. Oh, the thing is still working. Yeah, I think I know why it's not working, but I don't want to tell Austin.
Why is it working for you?
Maybe. Austin, we're on a time crunch here. You're telling me to get it together, and now here you are wasting everybody's time on your weird little water scheme.
Yeah, something like that.
I want to do weird stuff with water.
You're doing weird stuff with water?
No. You're doing weird stuff with water. I'm doing totally normal
weird stuff with water
barrel stuff.
I think you're doing weird stuff with water.
No. Mine is great. My strategy rocks, dude.
I don't think so.
And is also nice and cheap. They found out he was growing diarrhea lettuce. Yeah, I think he got shut down is what happened.
Yeah,
EPA came by, shut him down. He's using
You
diarrhea
know,
rice water.
That was proven by the FDA to be false, so.
Oh, okay. You sue him?
Yeah.
For defamation?
No, they actually sued me.
That's not a good thing. I think if the FDA sues you for your poop water, I don't think that's vindicated. I don't think that's beating the allegations, Austin. That's a bad move. Austin, the moon is out.
Yeah, and
So it's time to move along.
you were the one taking forever. Don't get on me now.
So what did you use all that time for? It's whoever's ready last is the one who's delaying it.
Yeah, well, you delayed it
And
for
that's
like
you, buddy.
45 minutes. All right, I
No.
can delay it a little bit.
I was working. I was doing my job.
Yeah, I'm doing my job right now.
No, you're goofing off. That's different.
No.
That's bad. Worse.
No.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Like they say, you can think when you think you can outsmart the game will turn around and outsmart you. Do they say that? Is that a real saying?
Has anyone's ever actually?
I don't think I've ever heard that before, but we'll give it to you. We'll give you that one, Corey.
I don't think I've actually.
I think it's you that's saying that, though. I don't think they say it. I think you are saying it, which is fine. But it's you, not they.
Say it.
What?
You can say it.
As Corey says, when you think you outsmart the game.
As specifically Corey says.
As specifically Corey says. Anybody else says it, doesn't count. Corey, on the other hand, he's got it figured out, dude. Okay. Yeah, that is the problem. I think it's fine. It works. Could be possible. It could be. You're technically correct. Okay, well, at least I can still lift them when they got water in them. Probably doubt that that's actually possible, but take it. A little more high maintenance than I thought. I thought I could just put them in there and it would be good, but what if I like slide it in? Oh. There's a way. There's not a way. God, they just gotta sit in there. It's not good. Austin, you ready yet?
Nope.
Oh my God.
Guess what? You get to wait now.
You're right. You're right. All right. Well, I mean, I guess I could go get more water in the meantime, I guess.
I mean, I'm going to be done here in about 2 minutes.
That's fine. I'll just start going for more water. Skip it later. Sparx, go fish. I think me getting water is actually going to be better than fishing. In this particular case. Do you have anything to do in the next month either? I think I could skip a couple of months here, honestly.
I got to harvest in the next month.
Big field or no?
No, it's not terribly big field.
Okay. It's not too bad. You should do a rice only first to a million save. That'd be fun. But I mean, then we don't have a lot of room to like adapt, you know, because we just be doing the exact same thing. Of course, we're doing the exact same thing now, so I guess. What trailers are used to transport cotton bales? There's actually a couple of dedicated cotton trailers that you can use. You can put them on a flat deck as well and just like use a bale spike to load them, but there are actually dedicated cotton bale trailers. Hi, KT. How's it going? Welcome in. I've said that too many times with Skyrim. I think I'm doing something cheeky and then a bear comes and destroys me. True. Or you fall off the top of a cliff that you spent an hour climbing. Been there a few times. My favorite thing to do in Skyrim was to go to the Dwemer like places and collect all the Dwemer metal and then go melt it down so I could use it to craft. And at the start of all of my games would start like that. I'd like try and beat all the Dwemers, which are already hard at the very start of the game, and steal all their metal and melt it down. And that would be the start of all of my games, dude. I'd like make an effort not to do that. All right, well, it gives us another 3,200 liters, I guess. The cotton trailer fits on the back of the first 45K semi-truck is a good start. Fits 2 bales, I believe. Yeah, that sounds about right. Right, Sparx like Skyrim with the lack of hot dog sucking. Skrilly, if you're a fake Skyrim fan, there's hot dogs in Skyrim. You should know this. You should know this. You gotta make them yourself, but they're in there. They're in there. Need yourself a good Skyrim dog. Is Austin now considered your cousin when he plays with your dad and David? I think so, yes. That's what we're gonna say.
Something along those lines.
Yeah. Skyrim's all about the cheese? That's true, dude. Skyrim is all about the cheese. Austin, are you ready to skip?
Damn near.
Oh my god. How much
I mean, yeah, I could probably
skip.
I could probably skip now.
Okay. I'm teleporting to the skip place.
Okay.
Are we skipping the whole month? I don't have anything else to do in this month. Okay. Oh my god, this is so exciting. We've been in the same month for the whole time. I have to do 2 more. 2 more skips. Is he taking that long of a coffee break or a tea break? I think that's what it is a tea break. Drinks Earl Grey for sure. Austin, you have Earl Grey vibes, I think, for tea.
Hold on, just let me look at this. Yeah, I'm good.
You good? Hold on. Yeah, good enough. We'll do it. We'll call it. Plus, it's raining, so it sucks. Is Austin ever going to unban you? I have no idea. Austin, you're going to have to check your unban request, by the way.
Yeah, it's probably not getting unbanned.
I've got a lot of people asking why they got banned. So they may need an unban request.
Probably a valid
I did
reason.
run out of water. That's fine. Okay. We're in the next month. All right, how long do we have? Well, we're at 5 o'clock. So should we start the next stream at the start of this month? Because we're not going to have a lot of time to do much
Yeah, we
today.
only got a lot of time to...
We got 2 minutes to do stuff.
Yeah.
So this might be a good spot to go to the next episode. Austin, are you here next week? Is everything normal
Yes,
as of now? Okay. Yep. So you're here next week. I'm obviously here next week. Everything should be back to normal, chat, for schedule. We're over at the Sim Gaming Expo Twitch tomorrow. We're doing Microsoft Flight Sim over there. So if you're not following it yet, go give it a follow. Wesley, could you do one more shout out for Sim Gaming Expo if it lets you? I know we did shout them out already, so it may not let you do it, but if you could do that, that would be great. And then we'll be back on Sunday with Dad. I don't know if Damon will join us on Sunday, but we'll be back with Dad for some more farming sim for the cattle save. So if you're here on Sunday, come join us that day. Austin, any streams this week before next Thursday, or are you all your all videos?
Nothing planned just yet, but
okay.
All updates are always in my Discord per usual.
Okay, sounds good.
So.
Okay,
yeah.
Well, why don't we raid out? Let's go see who's live. TikTok, thank you guys so much. If you want to join us for the raid, come join us on Twitch. Otherwise, go check out the YouTube in my bio, and I will see you guys. Actually, I will see you guys tomorrow. I will be live on TikTok tomorrow, so see you there. All right, now let's go find someone to raid.
Who's live?
What?
Who is live?
Who is live? Chris, thank you for that follow. Appreciate that. Let's go take a look real quick. What would you do with 3.6 million in the bank in game? Because that's what I have now. Start a new save.
Start a new save.
Start a new save. You did it. You beat Farming Sim. Good job. Great work. Go start a new save. I mean, realistically, it's enough to buy all of the biggest equipment and more land than you'll ever need all in one shot. So you don't really have to do anything. It may be time to start a new save, or you're on your last harvest. We've got Imperial Jedi is playing City Skylines 2. We could raid Jedi. I think you've got it's just Imperial Jedi, all one word, if you want to head that way. And we'll go raid him. I feel like we raid him a lot on Thursdays. He must always be streaming on Thursdays. He's actually great at City Skylines, so definitely check him out. He's a fellow Canadian too, chat. So give him a follow when we get there. We'll give you a raid notification or a raid message once we get there. Type this or paste this into his chat. This Petunia raid incoming. I'm sure Austin has a raid message too. Drop that into Jedi's chat. We'll give him a raid. We'll spam up his chat for a little bit. I'll be back on Sim Gaming Expo tomorrow. Austin and I will be back next Thursday. And then after that, I will be back on Sunday. All good? I'm starting the raid. Austin, you ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we're going. Check him out. Go follow Imperial Jedi. Like I said, great guy. Chat, enjoy the rest of your night. I will see you guys tomorrow on Sim Gaming Expo. And I'll see your Imperial Jedi chat. Okay, bye.